Well, no,
We
we
can.
talked about it enough, so
We can.
we don't need music. We talked about it
Yeah,
enough.
good God.
I guess one of these has to go kind of here, right?
No,
Not tonight. We
not
don't have No
tonight.
guest.
Yeah, not tonight.
We have no guest. No one loves us.
No one loves us. All right, we're perfect there. Let's go back to Zoom. How's everybody
Let's
doing out
go
there?
live.
Got it. All right, let's record.
Welcome to Perspective.
All right, well, let's get the podcast started, Tyson.
You bet. We're going to the cup.
No, you're
Yes,
not.
we are.
This idiot is wearing Oilers stuff
Yes.
for September.
Number one, baby.
Typical of an Oiler fan.
Training camp open.
Yeah.
We're going to the cup.
He showed up drunk tonight. It's weird. It's Thursday, and I'm confused.
You know it. I know it. The
Nobody-
world knows it.
Nobody knows it. He walked in the house. Even my 7-year-old daughter said, "Dad, what's he doing? Is it Halloween already?" I said, "Not yet, honey."
All I can say is, we are the champions.
Holy fuck. Please remember this episode. If you can remember
2024.
this when they lose out in the first round next year or this coming year here, just remember this episode, people. And I'm not an Oiler hater. I just hate the Oilers.
You're kind of coming across. You
Not at all.
you like that guy who always wanted to
There
be a
goes.
woman, and so it's kind of like that with Oilers fans.
Oh,
Like, so you're actually getting the pamphlets to switch over to a woman now. So
not true. I'm not transitioning from the Flames to the Oilers.
you're reading about it.
I have not even looked at the brochure. Haven't Googled it once. This guy came in on a heater tonight. I almost fought him
champions,
upstairs.
champions, buddy.
Losers.
Did you want to talk about music
No,
again? Or?
fuck off. Let's go. Since we're talking about champions, let's open up the show. It's a good way to start it.
Oh, the Eagles we're talking about.
They were champions last week. Let's talk
kind of.
about all the champions
Okay,
last week.
okay.
Starting with game one.
Okay, well, first of all, before we start with the games, who won between me and you?
I did this.
Oh, I don't want to talk about
Yeah.
it. Moving on.
I have
We're
the
gonna
yearly.
ta-
I have the yearly lead now, but
Oh,
we're going
really?
to keep
Let's-
track.
Let's talk about golf or
But,
something.
oh,
instead, tennis.
definitely. But
'Cause,
week two.
okay.
Week two is in the books. We had the Eagles and Vikings, game one.
Well, that was
Tyson
an
took
easy-
the
that was
Eagles,
an
of
easy
course,
pick.
and game over. Eagles win.
Yeah, you knew it.
This,
I knew it.
I knew it. I just couldn't pick them. Second one was Baltimore at the Bengals. He took the Bengals. I took
I can't
Baltimore.
believe it.
Big win for the
I
Ravens.
can't believe it.
When the right guys win, everybody wins. Then we had the Bears at the Bucks. Both of us taking the
Oh.
Bears. Both of us got
I
made a
can't believe
fool.
that one either.
Baker
Bears
Mayfield.
suck.
He's Baker. Yeah, they do. And Fields is taking a regression.
Who's
so
your
far,
buddy that
but-
cheers for the Bears again?
Oh, like Centennial Foods, Nathan.
Nathan, I'm sorry, but you might go winless this
Yeah.
year.
And one of the coaches' houses get raided yesterday by the FBI. What the hell
I
is
think
going
they
on?
better start scouting for the number one draft pick here now.
Or just come up in the CFL. You'll compete with the Riders.
I doubt it.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, they're not
maybe
bad.
the Riders, but no one else.
Yeah.
All right, Packers at the Falcons. We
Oh.
both took the Packers, assuming after week one,
They had the
We got
lead right
through it.
up
They
to
did.
the end.
Falcons that their running back is phenomenal.
Falcons are
And
2-0,
they are, yeah, weird 2-0 team.
but against weak teams.
They've had a good schedule. Colts at the Texans. I took the Colts. You took the Texans. The Colts walked away with it.
I can't believe that either.
This next one pissed me off. It actually took me out of my other draft, but Seahawks at the Lions, and the Seahawks came back in miraculous
Chad?
fashion and won.
Your boys pulled a horseshoe right out of their ass. They still suck. They're going nowhere. Seahawks miss playoffs.
He's so angry, but he's
It's true.
all right.
Reality hurts sometimes.
Lions lost. That was a dagger. They should have won that. They were better.
Yeah, they
They were
are.
better the whole game, and in the fourth quarter, just had some lapses and let them
Too
come
bad.
back.
Too bad.
It is.
That's-
Sometimes it's a good thing to learn early.
but- well, you know what? They're kind of going to be one of those teams that they're good. They're going to have their ups and downs.
Yeah, they're not ready yet, I think,
No.
to break the cusp of the
Yeah.
guys that are going to win 12, 14 games in the season.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Agreed. Then we've got the Chargers at the Titans. Both of us, of course, took the Chargers. The Titans are terrible. And once
Not
again,
no more. They're 1-1. They're better than the Chargers,
they
obviously.
definitely are. 0-2
Ryan
there.
Tannehill.
Raiders at the Bills. We both took the Bills.
Oh,
and
yeah.
they did what they were going
Josh
to do.
Allen
Played great. Played horrible week one. Played phenomenal week two.
showed everyone who he is.
Chiefs at the Jags. I took the Chiefs. You took the Jags. Chiefs won that one.
Chiefs by the skin of their ass.
That was
too.
close. It was a good game. Trevor Lawrence has turned that Jags team around.
It is,
That's
it
a
is.
good team.
Chiefs ain't as good as they have been.
Yep, and they're banged up, and I don't think they're as good as they have been. I agree. They're getting older. You know,
What about that stupid contract?
the refurbishing
Yeah,
of old
What a
Mahomes?
joke.
I've never heard of it refurbishing and then making it bigger.
Yeah. Well, we discussed earlier.
Front
but-
load, back load, just to pull
Yeah,
another guy,
yeah,
get Jones
they're
back in the
gonna get
lineup.
Jones back in the lineup
Yeah.
that way.
Overpay on him.
So
and
there really
somehow
is-
fit it all in there.
Yeah, there really is no salary.
There's
cap.
no such thing. 49ers at the Rams. We both took the Niners, whom we're watching right now, and they dismantled the Rams.
Rams suck.
They are terrible. Yeah. Giants at the Cards. We both took the Giants. They were down by 24
But
points.
they did win.
And they came back and won it. What a
Thank
great game
goodness.
for two shitty teams. It ended up being
Yeah,
a great game.
Giants
to
are sucky too.
watch. Yeah, they're gonna lose tonight here. Jets at the Cowboys. We both legitimately took the Cowboys.
Cowboys early season team.
They always are, yeah. And they dominated.
Front half. Front half.
That's it. Week 8, look for them to fade. Well, actually, they lost their best defensive player, in my opinion, on the back end today
Micah
for the year.
Parsons?
No, he's front end.
Okay.
They lost Trevon Diggs
What
for
are you
the year.
doing looking at the Cowboys back?
Oh God, Trevon Diggs is done for the year. Blues
really?
ACL in practice today.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty sad story. But this year, I'm telling you, if they don't start getting real grass, it's going to happen more and more and more.
You're gonna hear that story all year long.
You bet. And that was the first thing I read
But
after seeing
Are
it
the players
was-
just wimpier now? Because remember old Veterans Stadium and all those, and there weren't injuries like that.
No, but there was more grass back then too. Don't forget, most state
That
anything
guy's-
outdoor all had.
That guy smoked or
But,
what?
yeah, well, that too. But nobody had turf outside back then. Zero. There was the mud bowls. There was only
but
the indoor
Veterans
stadium.
in
I know,
Philly
but that
was-
mean you only played in,
Yeah.
very rarely was
And
there.
Giant Stadium was turf, artificial turf.
I don't think for that long. That one was listed as like 21 years ago. It got changed.
Really.
Yeah, that was
I
in that
don't-
article that someone posted today. Yeah,
Okay, well, let's go back to the early 90s
So,
then.
yeah, early 90s.
That would have been
yeah.
all turf.
No, that's 30 years ago already. 21 years ago, they said there was like 3/4 of the teams that were outside all had regular
Huh.
grass. Yep. Turf only came in like 1997 for the majority.
Who'd have knew I should have grew crescent wheat this year.
But yeah, 1997 in that article said that most switched over.
Really?
So prior to that was all real grass.
Doesn't that look like turf
So-
to you?
It probably is now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Over 75% of the outdoor ones are now.
Well, it
Turf.
makes sense. Grass is
doesn't.
hard to grow.
Doesn't.
Yeah, but
Player
utilities.
safety.
Hey, utilities are high. Like,
Oh my God. NFL, the highest earning freaking business in the world.
no,
He's lost fucking mind. All right, moving
That
on.
owner-
Commanders versus the
the
Broncos.
owner might be just trying to
No,
cut some costs.
He's not cutting costs. I mean, he is, but he's losing. You lose your product on the field. I'd like to see him
But here's
contemplate
the
between
thing.
that one.
It's probably going to become a taxpayer's problem.
Oh, for sure it is. Just like the
So-
stadiums are.
You're going to have to pay an extra $500.
You know,
for
Jerry
season
Jones is the
tickets.
only one that's ever built his own
Yes, I
stadium.
do.
Yeah, the only one. Everyone else, taxpayers.
Definition of stupid is the fans. We
Yeah.
pay taxes to build the stadium, then we pay high ticket prices to
To
go
get
to
in.
the flipping games.
And we're taxed on our ticket prices.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're geniuses.
Definition of stupid.
Commanders versus Broncos. I took the Commanders. Dipshit took the Broncos. Commanders won. That was a
can't-
crapshoot. I thought for sure the Broncos
Another
were gonna
2-0
win that,
team who sucks,
but- yeah,
actually.
terrible. Dolphins at the Patriots. Both of us took the Dolphins, and they did what they were supposed to do.
Tua was awesome.
He's playing great. As long
Yeah.
as he stays healthy, he's a good quarterback.
Yes, he is.
I like him a lot. But Waddle is
like him
no. Waddle is shut up.
freakish kind
You
of
are-
way. Or
The guy's lost his mind tonight. Waddle is injured, so that will hurt them going down the road. That is their
Weddle.
second down. What?
Weddle.
Isn't it Jalen Waddle? Isn't it?
Are you talking about football yet?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah. Isn't it? I could be wrong.
I think it's Weddle.
it could be whatever. Whatever his name. You
You're
got
just-
injured today.
Here's
And,
what happened
he's
now. His
banged up.
wife was coming down the steps.
Jalen Waddle,
Really?
dipshit. Oh, fucking right. In your face.
What a
Anyways,
shitty name
you're
that
an
is.
idiot. This guy's an idiot. I knew it. I'm like,
That's a
Weddle.
terrible name.
Those other guys that are named Weddle, but not Jalen. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Jalen.
Waddle got
Jalen,
injured.
change your last name.
So Waddle got injured. So that is a huge loss for them. That is like 90% of their second downs go to him.
I know
So-
why, because he is freaking waddling.
Well, it probably was, but he's waddling now for sure. He left practice with a limp today. So
Okay.
they said he's not out, but he's day to day. So, but that will hurt them because that's other
Yeah.
than Tyreek Hill. That's
Upper or
his other
lower
guy.
body.
He was limping,
Or is
so
it-
I'm assuming
is it
lower.
middle?
Depends where you waddle.
Is
I
it
don't
middle?
know.
Yeah,
Wherever.
well, it could be like kind of a hip
This guy's
flexor.
an idiot tonight. Saints at the Panthers. We
You
both
know,
took the Saints.
I know what happened.
Saints win.
He's got a hip flexor,
Oh
but
my God.
they've changed the code of
Are we even still on the air? I hope not. That poor people have to listen to these.
because
dumbass-
now he's got a waddle.
Holy fuck. Here we go. Dad jokes. Saints at the Panthers. Saints won. Panthers
Oh.
suck. We both took the Saints.
Yes.
And then we had the Browns at the Steelers. I took the
Oh.
Steelers in hopes that every time I choose them, they lose. Well,
But
that
Deshaun
was
Watson stunk.
so did they. Their defense scored more points for them than their
Their
offense.
defense is
The
good.
Steelers suck. Their quarterback is garbage. So
Hey, they
is
like
Deshaun
Pickens is a
Watson.
good receiver though.
Yeah, I like him as a receiver, but no one throws him the ball.
Well, Pickett threw it about 4 times to him for like 80 some yards.
Yeah. But I mean, Pickett is probably the most inconsistent quarterback I've ever seen in my life. He
Well,
opens
he's
through
just young,
guys
though.
by, yeah, he is,
Yeah.
but he sucks.
Yeah.
Other guys
He
are
does
young, they're
right
pretty
now.
good.
Yeah.
Um,
Even Lamar Jackson.
oh my God. Don't get me started, man. 2-0, baby.
Oh, I know.
75% completion.
There's a different 2-0. Like we could go.
Are you kidding me? You guys almost lost to the Patriots.
I'm
in
not
week
saying
one.
this,
Don't give me
Yeah,
that.
let's go over this though. We're on the subject.
Sure.
Is the Atlanta Falcons 2-0 and the Washington Commanders 2-0 the
No.
same as the Ravens and Eagles?
No, but you're bugging me about Lamar. So I'm totally on the other side
I
of that,
know,
where we
I
are
know, but-
we are in the good side. Same with Miami would be
You
with
are
us.
for now until
Miami would be with us.
he's probably due for an injury. Like it's
Oh.
getting on to week 3
God.
now.
You know what, guys like this, sometimes what happens is wait till till Mr. Hertz gets injured this year, and then he'll be crying the blues, and they'll say, hey man, I never said it. But when you throw that on someone else, sometimes karma comes back to bite you in the ass. So
Jalen's
I'm
tough.
just saying, yeah,
He's
he's
like a defensive line.
Jalen's who Jalen is.
I don't think they're running him too much though.
Of course they are. Of who?
Hurts. I don't like him.
They
running.
are running him too much.
Yes. stand
Lamar
back there,
Lamar
protect
is
him.
running half as many as Hertz is this year.
I hate the calls.
Yeah, that should stop.
It should.
It should only be a run when it absolutely
Did they
has
not
to.
know he signed a $50 million
I know.
contract?
That's a lot of money sitting
Like
out
he should
there.
be out there in bubble wrap.
But it's also hard for a guy like Jalen Hurts, who's a competitor, to
Hey,
sometimes not take that into his own hands
I got some real exciting news.
because he's a competitor.
I watched this on the news last night and I wanted to bring it up before I forget. Did you know there is a brand new helmet coming to the NFL? It was built and developed in Montreal.
No.
The brand name is Light.
Okay.
And it's way better for concussions. When a player gets hit, it's got sensors in the helmet that all the information goes directly to the doctors on their computers. It is high
So they
tech.
know whether to pull him off the field. for a
Well,
concussion
and they can
protocol,
tell
all that.
how hard the blow was to their head
Oh,
and
wow.
everything.
Complete technology inside the helmet.
Canadian made out of Quebec, going to be in the NFL in
That's
a
awesome.
few weeks.
Made in Canada, all the parts
Made
came
in
from
Canada.
China, guaranteed.
Chad, it
They-
took,
They
it took,
put it together in Canada.
I-
Every part in that helmet came from
I
China.
just want to say to your buddy Chad Ward, like it took a Canadian to figure out a good helmet.
No, dude, now you're gonna make,
Riddell has
you're
been
gonna make
around.
us look like a fool. Took someone from Quebec. That's not even Canada.
Aren't they all super smart?
We can't take them as Canadians. We don't want them. Come
Hey,
on, man.
I was listening to a podcast talking
Yeah,
about
boy,
Quebec and helmets. I hear Quebec is the best, not Quebec, Montreal is the best nightlife
Yeah,
city
100%.
in North America.
You know why, right? It's the only place that can legally
Women.
still have strippers.
Yeah,
They
but
have full open strip
there's
clubs.
supposedly there's like 5 or 6 women to one guy there.
Yeah, because they're all hookers. Because there's no law against it. So of course it's the nightlife capital. It's the Vegas of Canada.
I haven't heard a downside yet. When's the downside?
I said STDs are the downside. Okay.
You think they have them in Quebec?
Well, maybe not. I don't know if STDs grow in Canada. I don't really know much about
I
it.
thought the winter would kill that.
It actually might.
Kind of like the maple bugs.
You know
like,
what? There. Here's something to try, girls. If you're battling something, or guys, if you got something itchy, instead of suntanning in the middle of winter in Canada, go have a little
Hey.
naked suntan session and see if it kills.
I
whatever
got
your
a
itch
theory.
is.
If you got something itchy, don't be bitchy.
He was sober. I don't know. Anywho, I won this week 11-7. Going into week 3, I'm up 18-15.
Oh, it's I'm
And, Before we get into our other stuff of the show, let's make our picks. I've got them all written here.
all right.
Tonight's game, Giants versus Niners.
That's
I'm
no
going
brainer.
Niners, and so are
Have
you.
to, yeah.
It's we don't always go together,
Giants
but
suck.
they do.
Oh, we're getting a call here. Someone from Quebec wants
They're gonna sue me. It's okay, as long as I don't sell them insurance.
And they're looking, can you prescribe penicillin or something?
Ah, no, but I've got whiskey
Oh, okay. Well,
or
that'll
a
work.
bush latte.
Yeah, I think they just want to inquire about how cold a temperature it needs to get rid of some STDs.
Minus-
We were
40 for herpes. I don't know about the rest, but
Hey, can you
Yeah.
imagine like in -40 if what other things would look like?
no, yeah. Moving on.
Total glass
Oh
cutters
my
is all I'm saying.
God.
Total glass cutters,
Oh
buddy.
God, I don't have enough money. I can't replace my t-shirts. This one's gonna be hard to pick because I don't have faith in either of these teams right now at all. But Chargers, Vikings. I'll let you pick first.
Chargers.
You're going Chargers, okay?
I told you the Vikings. And by the way, I just want to bring this up too. On ESPN this week, they were talking about should the Minnesota Vikings be considering trading Kirk Cousins?
Okay, so you say that. I get that. You do know he's first in like all the statistics. This
Doesn't
year,
matter.
too, right? So this was the game against they played the Eagles last week. Is that right?
Yeah.
31 of 44 for 354, 4 passing touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Jalen Hurts, 18-23, 193 passing, 1 pass touchdown, 1 interception.
Yep.
And they lost.
Yep.
Defense, not on the offense. It is not his
know what,
fault. Kirk
Cousins-
Cousins has amazing statistics.
I
He has no
I just
help
don't
other
like
than
him.
one receiver. He's got no running game.
I don't like him. That's
I
what-
know you don't, but I'm telling you, his stats do not lie. He is a good quarterback.
the only reason I brought it up
But
is
he's not on a
because
good
he's
team.
free agent.
I know, but you keep rattling me about him, and the guy
He's
has
gonna get traded.
crazy stats. He's on pace to put up the best season an NFL QB has ever seen.
Yeah, he'll
You know,
never do that.
No, he never will.
Because
But
he's
your
slumped
quarterback's
slots.
never been in week 2 that close to these records. Like there's like 6 records that he's in that he could.
Oh, we were in a
attain, like,
rushing record.
it's
We
close.
got to be close to a
a
rushing.
rushing record. That's
Yeah.
for running backs.
For scrambling. No.
So it's a running back.
Yeah.
Anywho, I'm just saying the guy's much better than you give him credit for.
Well,
I'm just
I
telling you,
just don't
he's
like
never been put on a good team. I don't know how you can't like a nice
He
guy.
probably likes
He's a-
that slow country
He's
that
a
you talk
super
up all the
cool
time.
dude. He's a personable guy. Lives in a regular house, drives a regular
You
vehicle.
got a man
He's-
crush on him.
Totally, I do.
I know.
Anybody that can have that type of elitism, make that kind of money, be in that type of position, and stay humble and stay awesome and stay as a good father, that's my guy.
He's maybe a good father.
That's
I
my
won't
guy.
dispute that. but
That's my guy.
Tell me where he's ever won the big one.
Hasn't never had the team to win the big
That's
one.
He did.
Mm-mm,
Sure, he did.
mm-mm. Nope. It was one thing or another.
Washington, he was the man with the Redskins, and they were the Redskins back.
Yeah, and they weren't that good.
And Minnesota,
They had a
lost,
couple
they
years. where
lost
they were
to the
okay.
Saints.
Yeah,
They were a great team.
they were good, not
Yeah.
good enough.
No, well, they'll never be good enough. Kirk Cousins falters in the big one.
I don't know. That's what everyone says. Statistics don't say that.
He'll be a Jet by
So- And that might be so. If he does,
Christmas.
they'll dominate.
we'll see.
If the Jets get him, they will dominate.
Ooh, off the Giant and
The Jets have top 5 defense. You give him
Yeah.
a game managing quarterback that doesn't throw real interceptions, and that team's
Here-
gonna be good.
here, I'm gonna tell you right now, this is why I think he's going to the Jets. He fits perfect. They're gonna have Rodgers next year again. Rodgers is coming back. Kirk
Yep.
Cousins is a free agent. Won't cost them a lot. The Vikings are gonna be like 0-8 by then,
Yeah, probably at the pace they're going with their
or
defense.
2-6 or
Yeah,
whatever.
They're gonna be toast if they lose this week. 0-3 is too much.
Yeah, they're out of the playoffs, so
But
they might as
I
well
don't
get
mind
some
him
money
moving,
for
but
him.
I'm telling you, the guy, I would take him in a
Okay.
heartbeat for my team.
Question for you: do the Vikings re-sign him next year? Is he gonna re-sign in Minnesota,
I don't know.
even if they're good?
You know, the quarterback pool isn't that big right now. They're not gonna get anything better unless they're looking at rebuilding right now.
Draft.
Oh God, that's a tough one, man.
It is, but eventually you have to.
Yeah, eventually. But if you've got guys right now, by then Justin Jefferson might not be there anymore, and this guy might not be there anymore, and this guy might not be there
Yeah,
anymore.
I mean,
Every team wants to win now. Don't forget, unless you're already in rebuild.
I know
That's
know.
tough, man. That I don't know.
It is tough, but at some point you have to do it to get good.
Yeah. But I mean, if you're going to degress for 3 years,
Telling you,
3 years will change
Here,
that
how about
entire
this?
team. So they might as well get rid of everyone.
go get our man Nathan O'Rourke out of Jacksonville, bring him into Minnesota, trade Kirk Cousins. You got O'Rourke and Jefferson next year.
Oh my God. Yeah, that'll never work.
That'd
They-
work perfect.
No, it wouldn't.
We could
Rourke
call
is the
it.
perfect backup.
We could call it the North American connection.
Yeah, Rourke is the perfect backup.
I think he's
He needs
starter.
to play as a backup for 2 to 3 years and learn under someone.
I disagree. I think
is
he
what
can
he
start
needs.
tomorrow.
I don't think so. No,
I do.
no, I just don't think so. I think because there would be so much out there gunning for him just because
Well,
he's
they could
Canadian,
be,
they'd beat the shit out of him
but there's a
on
lot of
purpose.
good name quarterbacks who are struggling and they've
Yeah.
been starting for years.
That's true. I agree, but I'm telling you, it's a different game.
It is,
season's a
but he
different
played,
game.
he played that game.
That
in the
preseason
American-
game.
No, but he went to the States college. He wasn't playing Canadian rules up here. He was in the States.
Yeah, but college, man.
I know, but
Remember what Johnny Manziel did in college?
yes,
and then what he did?
I realize.
And he was the best.
All I'm saying is he's
So-
used to the rules.
Yeah, the rules are one thing, but the game
And
is way faster in the NFL.
It is, and in the preseason he looked good. I just would love to see him get a
Yeah,
chance.
so would I. I mean, it's
Minnesota,
Canadian.
come on, Vikings,
But
trade for him.
I just don't. I think he's not. That would ruin his career. I think you have to. I think I would love to see him picked up behind a guy like Jalen Hurts, for example. I would love for him to learn under
Yeah.
a guy.
I want to
who's-
see him get a shot. You go behind Hurts or some guys like that, you're never starting.
Yeah, you will eventually.
Yeah, if he's
3
dead
to
or
4
or if
years.
he gets one of those STDs you talked
3 to
about.
4 years. That's what you're looking for. Because every quarterback is going to get injured now. The league.
Yeah,
is
but
too
in 3 to
fast, too
4
big.
years, they probably drafted a guy that's going to surpass him.
That might be true, but Rourke has never. He's never. You got to get that opportunity to be a starter in the NFL. You had to have dominated
Yeah, but
in the
I mean,
American college.
he didn't even get a fair shake to become the backup because surely the shit he should be
No,
Jacksonville's
he didn't. But he
backup.
never dominated in college football ever.
Yeah, it's because he came to the Canadian League. Let's be honest.
Yeah, well, that hurt him big time.
Yeah,
And he
had
didn't
no other
dominate
where to
down
go.
in the States either when he played
No,
college.
no.
All the starting quarterbacks, if you look, they broke records.
Yeah, but how many
That's
guys
just how
break
that works.
records
And then
and are nothing?
that's what I'm getting at, though. Nathan Rourke didn't even break those records.
Yeah, but
so
diamond in the rough.
that,
that's all
I
I'm saying.
agree. I think he's awesome. I think he would be the best quarterback the CFL's ever seen if he played. But I don't think he's ready to start. But I'd love to see it. I'd love to see someone give him a chance.
Minnesota Vikings. Okay,
But
where are we at here?
I just got to tell you, like, Kirk Cousins is better than you give him credit for, and he's a great person, which makes it even cooler. We've got Bills at Commanders. I do believe the Commanders
Bills.
are going to lose their game
Bills.
finally this week.
Bills are on a roll.
If they
now.
prove us wrong, then I don't know where to go with this. But
Oh, did Bosa cream Jones?
Bosa is the man, very highly paid man. Saints at the Packers. I'm going to take the Saints.
Okay, I'll go Pack.
Okay, I'm just I don't know why, but I'm just feeling them. Falcons at the Lions. I'm going Lions.
Oh yeah,
They got to beat the
yeah,
Falcons.
yeah.
Falcons got to lose, and it's
Falcons-
at Detroit.
Falcons actually suck.
I
let's
agree.
be
I'm
honest.
not a fan. Not a fan at
They're
all.
kind of like Kirk Cousins. He might as
Huh?
well go for him.
Okay, we're gonna end that there. I'm gonna fucking fight him tonight. Titans versus the Browns. This fucking
Hey,
idiot.
I can't fight you. You may have an STD.
No, I
You got
can't-
like
I
a-
don't
Hey,
have that.
do you have like a full body condom that I could have some protection?
I've got a COVID suit, but
Because
Oh.
I can't fight you otherwise.
Yeah, there's no blood.
When was the last penicillin shot? that you-
I've never had one. You do want to stay. Keep
Well,
your
hey,
distance.
Your luck, I brought my cow darts gun. So we can
Nobody's counting.
play like a little duck hunt out here.
Oh my god. God.
Okay, where are we at?
Titans versus Browns at the Browns. I'm gonna go with the Browns. Deshaun Watson sucks.
Yeah, but they lost Chubb, Titans.
Oh, they did lose Chubb, and that's their whole team,
Titans.
really.
I'm taking.
Yeah,
Titans.
I'll take Browns because I already said it.
Yeah.
So we got to be different somewhere. Okay.
Well, we did last Falcons and Green Bay.
No, Saints, Green Bay.
Or sorry, Saints, Green Bay.
Texans at the Jags. I'm taking Jags.
Oh,
we got to
hands
go
down,
there.
Jags. Yeah.
Okay. All right. You guys can lock these picks in, put lots of money on them. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, and
Take us
if
to
you
the bank.
win, I just want
We'll
a small
share, and if you
percentage.
lose our number.
Yeah.
Pats versus the Jets.
Pats, Jets. Jets.
Okay, I'm going to take the Pats.
Jets defense is too good.
It is very good. Okay. Just
Touchdown Giants.
No way.
Sorry, sack.
don't fuck with me on that, Tyson. You got me all scared there. Broncos.
That
At the
Jones
Dolphins. You're
should
gonna take
run
the
like
Broncos?
Bosa has an STD, and then he'd have been out of there.
Agreed.
What? Sorry.
You're going to take the Broncos. I'll take the Dolphins.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, right. Don't do that.
No, I am.
You're not going to go against Tua with the Broncos, are you?
Two is gonna get hit, and he'll be out.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I love it. If you win this one, I owe you money.
Two is gonna be out.
All right, well, I'm taking the Dolphins.
Too much of a concussion risk. Eventually, he's gonna.
He
take
runs
a-
too much.
He's gonna take a shot, and he'll be out.
He can't help himself.
And
Panthers-
the Dolphins are nothing without him.
They are. They're toast. Yeah. Panthers at the Shithawks.
Oh, I hate Seattle, but
Panthers are
kinda-
terrible.
I'll take Panthers.
Oh my God.
That's
I
for
like
you,
it.
old boy. That's for you.
All right. Well, I will take his Shithawks.
Gino
Well, this one's a given
can't
too.
do it, Smith.
I would love you to take them, but
What?
Cowboys versus the Cards. You want to pick the Cards in this one?
No,
No.
Cards suck.
All right.
Cowboys are one of the best teams in football right now.
Yeah, they are. I would
Micah
say
Parsons is a beast.
Cowboys, Giants, Eagles. I'll throw my Ravens in there. They're 2-0.
NFC East is strong again.
There's one team I'm missing that's pretty decent. Missing one. The Chiefs would probably.
Do you
be
know
next best.
the NFC East is 7-1.
That's crazy. They just
Their
played.
record.
Yeah, it's crazy. They played all the shitty teams, but
Best division in football.
yeah, no.
Yeah.
Weaker side. Easy to play over there. Bears versus the Chiefs.
I don't know what you were smoking before we came, but wow, it worked.
Bunch of pussies over there. Can't
Who?
handle it. Bears, Chiefs.
Bears, Chiefs. Well, the Bears couldn't beat a Pee-wee football team, so Chiefs.
I'm gonna take Chiefs.
Chiefs
too.
by about 38.
Steelers at the Raiders.
Raiders ain't very good. Steelers.
All right. I'll take the Raiders just cause, but the Steelers will win that one. But I will take them just to have a difference. Eagles at the Bucks.
Oh, no brainer. Eagles.
Bucks. Baker, baby.
Oh.
Baker, baby.
Yeah, it went straight to his head.
Yeah, I'll be taking the Eagles too. Fuck Baker. The Rams and the Bengals.
Bengals.
You gotta
big.
take them.
Yeah.
I mean, I hope they lose.
Rams suck.
I hope they lose so badly, but I'm pretty sure they won't.
Rams suck.
They do.
That's another quarterback available, Stafford.
Yeah, he will be available.
And he'd look good in the Jets too.
He would
He
look
is a
good in the
free
Jets.
agent. He is a free agent at the
He's
end
a
of the year, too.
veteran. He can stand in the
See, there's two
pocket.
quarterbacks. You said there's not very deep quarterbacking for next year. That's two available, right?
Yeah, but if you're trying to build a future, those are not the guys you want.
Stafford gives you a couple of years.
Two at best. I mean, he's injury prone. Don't
Yeah, he
forget.
is, but he played a lot in Detroit.
Yeah, that was in his younger days. Now, since then, all he does is get
Maybe he
banged up.
ages like a horse.
But
Like
he's aging badly. Every year he's
or a
left with an
dog,
injury.
like a little house.
The
dog,
year that
like-
he won the Super Bowl, he got injured at the start of that
Yeah,
season, then came
yeah.
back. Then last year done for the year. And I mean, no, he's a big risk to take.
Yeah, but
if you get him for the right price and you only got him for a year, he's a winner. But
well, kind of.
he
He
won
lost
once.
a lot in Detroit.
Won once. Yeah, he did lose a lot. I mean, Detroit was terrible though. They were the worst, but they're good.
They
now.
had good though. They had the best receiver in football.
They did it. Megatron. That's all they had, and they
Yeah.
threw to him all day.
85
long.
passes a game.
Unbelievable. He caught everyone. That son of a bitch. All right. Well, that's it for the NFL picks for
All
week
right.
3.
Okay.
What about we'll go this because I know you're gonna love it, and it's been great. The Jays are bringing the heat, man. They're
Not
finally
tonight,
playing
not
good.
tonight.
Not tonight.
No,
Well, that's
they were-
all right.
They were down 4-0 when I left.
That's all right. I've watched a ton lately, actually, more than I ever have.
Let me check
and
the score. Let
they,
me give an update. They're playing well.
They were playing great. Their bats are working finally.
Yeah, they are. It's about time.
Yeah, it's great, man.
But it's going to be a battle to get in.
Yeah, it is.
It really is. The only good thing for Toronto is that Texas and Seattle play each other a bunch of times.
Oh, that does help. Yeah,
So one of them is always going to be losing.
that's right. And would you prefer that one is always losing? The same one
No, I
constantly?
like both. So
Keep
that-
them both kind of
yeah.
just even and let
Yeah,
the Blue
kind of
Jays
one
climb
here,
ahead.
one there, one
I
there,
got you.
one
I
there.
got you. I like
You
it.
know, night in, night out,
Night in, night out. All right.
kind of, and just make it interesting. I hope the Toronto Blue Jays make the playoffs.
Brock Purdy steps back. Brock Purdy gets absolutely demolished. He's sacked. 3 very large men. I'm pretty sure he took one of their nut sacks right to his chin, to the helmet there. He's wiping his face off. I'm pretty sure he might have got one of those STDs. We're gonna have to send him some cold weather.
Yeah.
Wipe off his chin.
Yeah, he's going to need some snowfall and some frosty
Oh
temperatures.
man. The Giants, obviously, that first week was an anomaly how bad they got beat, but they're playing pretty good tonight, down 17-12. Third quarter action here. The start of the third, really. It's
Midway,
not bad against
midway,
it's not
midway.
bad against San Fran.
Yeah,
San Fran
Fran-
is at the 40 or 40, yeah. But
second and 16 though.
second and 6, yeah, that sack put him back a little bit. All right, what's Purdy gonna do? He's back. Up
Oh,
the Kittle.
Kittle.
Who else, baby? The big man.
Who didn't know that's coming?
Yeah.
Like You wouldn't have needed to put anybody
Kittle,
else.
Debo, Christian McCaffrey. It's all because they're missing their number one receiver tonight, and he's actually their number two. But
Debo?
Ayuk is
Oh,
out tonight. Yeah,
Ayuk.
and their number one statistically this year. Their number one is Debo.
Yeah.
He's in.
Yeah.
Ayuk is out.
Yeah, we just seen him walking to the sidelines there. But yeah, Kittle, that's who they were going to.
That's a tank, man. Throw him down the middle. He's gonna outmuscle you. He's that
He's big.
Kelsey,
He's a
that
big
Mark
guy.
Andrews
Yeah.
type of player.
Yeah.
Babcock. Moving on to Babcock.
Oh my God.
Isn't that crazy shit? Explain it, Tyson, for those of you, because not everyone's gonna know. Like, he's way overstepped his boundaries for the millionth time.
Well,
Apparently, allegedly, nobody knows the
Allegedly,
true
yeah,
story, but
yeah.
there's a lot of people talking.
Yeah.
Even guys that were in that room are saying stuff. So some of it's got to be very true.
it probably is.
Like,
Yeah.
you know, like basically he sat the team down
He
and wanted
asked-
to look in everybody's photos from the summer and whatnot and
Yeah.
go through them. Not like, hey, you got a picture of your family. I'd love to see it. Like, I want to.
Here's my theory. He just wanted to see some nude photos
Exactly.
of
These
the
are-
guy's
These
girlfriend.
are young hockey players.
Yeah.
They know there's nudie pictures on them
Yeah.
phones. Even just an old man trying to get his
Yeah.
last little hoorah.
Yeah, like he's probably
Poor bastard.
married to an ugly woman.
Probably, you
And
know.
he just wanted to see something.
You know,
You know what happens? You know, as you age, things aren't in the places
he just wants to see where they used to be again.
yeah, where they're supposed
Yeah, yeah. You know what? I feel for him. We should start a GoFundMe. The fans'
I'm
perspective,
thinking, yeah.
Babcock
I'm
GoFundMe.
thinking he needs one.
Are you in? I'll
Well,
donate the first. 50.
Hang on, hold the phone here. Let's see if his contract's valid. yet.
Okay, yeah. Well,
He might have enough money.
okay. If he's being paid, GoFundMe. Go fuck yourself.
But we could send him a picture of Margot Robbie. I'm sure she's nude on if we Google, and we could say, "Dear Mr. Babcock,
Babcock, is this what you needed?
have a look at this photo because everything is absolutely where it needs to be. If you have further questions, please contact us at the Fans Perspective,
Oh my
and we'll
god!
guide you through the photo."
You know, I don't. I just that whole situation. I don't know. I don't know. It's weird.
Sometimes
He's
You
out
just
before
got-
he's in.
you got to shake your head, but that does not happen 5 years ago.
No, it does not happen.
It's only because, well, hey, I actually think Bill Peters is way worse
Oh, Bill Peters.
than
shit.
what Babcock did. But Babcock's garbage from Toronto followed him.
Yeah.
And I don't know what
Totally.
him and Marno and all those guys, what happened there, but
Yeah.
he maybe wanted some nudie pictures from them as well.
I mean, maybe the guy's a horn dog.
Yeah,
I mean,
he
you know,
must be.
He's just
Mike,
raving them
Mike,
engines.
quit taking those blue pills before you go to
For
work in the
God's
morning.
sakes, man, Google's free.
Yeah.
Just type in what you want to
Or
see.
YouTube.
You want, well, YouTube doesn't.
yeah,
take
but you
much
got
up, like,
little dancing
well, that's
video,
true.
you
There's
know?
some good stuff on
Yeah,
YouTube,
yeah.
bikinis. and stuff. I mean, you could be like, you could literally get specific. Mike.
Or-
You could be like midget, big breasts, red head, missing one finger. It'll pop up. It will
Perhaps.
populate one.
Perhaps he wasn't on Instagram because that stuff comes to you
Yeah.
on Instagram.
We talked about it the other day. I'm looking for pizza, boobs, boobs. Jesus, men's boob. What the hell?
Here's the
Pizza,
problem
pizza.
is his phone was hearing him think. and he was thinking boobs
No,
and pizza.
hilarious,
boobs and
guys.
Pizza.
Yeah, my phone's listening only during
It
podcast
is.
hour when shitheads talking like a fool all the time. All he talks about is Margot Robbie
Speaking
and
of-
Taylor Swift. All of a sudden, I got all my Taylor Swift stuff popping up. I hate
Hey,
the girl.
speaking of boobs, how big is too big? Like,
Oh man, I don't know. Let's get into boob talk.
like would this be too big? Like a cup? Like
No, it's got to be bigger.
bigger.
You
That's-
know,
this would be a pointy one.
I'd be all right suffocating. You know, I'd be all right with that. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm only human, but
Well, yeah.
you know, I don't know.
Or is there such a thing?
I don't think so.
Like Dolly? Like
I mean, they look. I don't know. In her prime, I was all right with those things. You know, now she trips on them,
yeah,
right? I mean, the bigger they are, the heavier.
they're like at her ankles now.
Yeah, for sure. She could skateboard on those things. Like, there's no doubt. Oh.
But I guess as a guy, yeah, probably.
And every
there is-
guy's different. There may be a guy who doesn't.
I
even
guess
like
it
boobs.
probably depends if you're buying the bra. Like,
It's true.
you know, with inflation and stuff and more material there,
Probably expensive. bras.
probably like, yeah, if you're in a D cup, like that's too big, obviously, because now that bra is worth twice as much as
That's
the D cup.
True. That's
You know,
true.
so-
I'm willing to pay a little more for some big.
And
boobs.
carbon tax on that and
That's true. PST, GST, whatever
Yeah.
Trudeau needs to go on.
And
trips.
maybe a grocery tax, you might be buying it at the grocery store.
Yeah, and no, that's okay. We'll probably just get a grocery rebate anyway.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Because me and you, I'm sure we both got
Yeah,
those this
so
year.
don't buy your bras at Sobeys.
Don't get them at
Go to Walmart. That's
Yeah,
much
Walmart,
better.
high quality.
Yeah, and oh, the Walmart's a grocery store, kind of. So,
It's super Walmart.
geez, maybe go to the Bay.
Yeah, go to the Bay. There we go.
And if you need a D cup, get a C cup, cut a hole in the front.
That's
save
right.
yourself some carbon tax.
Exactly. Like, don't worry, or just don't wear them at all.
Because that's
Holy,
the thing.
this guy's fired up. We missed
That's
something,
the
Tyson.
head coach.
He is throwing stuff. He's yelling at the ref. What happened? We missed it. Sorry to interrupt the boob talk, but I saw a head coach of the Giants losing his
I was
shit.
just getting into a good subject.
Oh, they threw a flag, and he's not happy about
Yeah.
the flag. I don't
Just
think.
Illegal contact.
I don't think he's mad at his receiver. I think he's mad at the ref.
He's
on
mad at the call,
Hey,
yeah.
yeah. All right. Well, here we go. We got red zone. Brock Purdy takes the snap, backs up to Christian McCaffrey. He takes a run right through the middle. He jibs and jives. He gets about 5 yards down to the 4 yard.
Boo!
3 yard.
Boo!
We've got the 49ers down to the 4 yard line, folks. Second and goal. Here
Now
we
here's
go.
where
What are you gonna do? A shortcut slant? We're gonna run it again.
this is
are you
what
gonna
I'm
do?
doing. If I'm the defensive coordinator of the Giants, and is this in New York?
No,
Oh,
in
shit.
San Fran.
Because I would call the play in and have one of the cheerleaders lift her shirt
Oh,
up.
that's a good
Brock
idea.
Purdy would stay
Couple
looking
double
like-
D's
yeah,
from Walmart.
Brock Purdy would be looking, and he just gets smacked like
All right,
that.
Brock Purdy takes a snap
But
from center.
now
He
it's-
hands it off again. No, he doesn't. He fakes it and gets he throws it up and throws it away.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
see, home field advantage because San Francisco cheerleaders would not do
Probably a good choice. Oh, speaking of double D's, hey Meg, how you doing?
You're-
In my dreams.
that. Maybe in your dream.
That was in my
When she
dream.
goes upstairs, we'll talk
We'll
about it.
talk about my dreams.
I could be like kind of a cross between Dr. Phil and
Oh my
what was
God.
the sex doctor that just died here?
I don't know. I never watched a sex doctor. I claim myself to be a sex doctor. I don't
Well,
know.
hey, we could start a Sunday show.
Oh, on the Sabbath.
Yeah.
You don't do that on Sabbath. That's constant.
Are you serious?
All right, here we go. He's
What,
back
what
in
if
the
Megan comes
Oh,
home
He's
on,
in the.
on a Sunday?
Here we go. Here we go. Oh, what a horrible throw! They're
What
going
if
for
your
the
wife
field
comes
goal.
home on a Sunday and she's feeling really frisky? You telling me
She
you
knows
wouldn't?
that Sunday is for football. Sunday is the day that I sit on that big
Yeah,
ass
but-
bean bag chair thing there and I watch this.
You're
TV
a guy.
over
I
there.
know you can get it done between commercials.
Oh, easily I could, but Megan knows better. Meg, do you bother me on football Sundays?
Megan,
No.
can you get it done in between commercials?
Absolutely, I could, but don't answer that, honey. But let's go, Meg. They can hear you on football Sundays. What is the main priority of my life? Football.
She's regretting ever coming down here now. Like,
Absolutely. She's getting a little close to the freezer.
yeah.
Don't rip that shirt, baby.
Oh, well, I think we distracted her possibly.
Love you, Toots. All right, and she's gone.
Oh,
Never
man,
to come
you
back. Oh,
sick.
He is wrecked.
You sick, man.
I'm a sick bastard. It's
Yeah, you
true.
are.
You know, it's a guy thing.
It is.
It's,
It is. But hey, good, valuable information we give out tonight. though, about
Absolutely.
carbon tax and bras.
Bra sizes, carbon tax. Come on, guy. Honestly, what more do you
Bay.
think you were
And
going to
the
get?
Bay, yeah.
Go to the Bay.
Yeah.
Go to
Buy a small cup, cut a hole in it.
saved you money.
Say-
Right? And if we didn't save you money, if they're not giving discounts for smaller
Hey.
size, saving the environment.
You know, and the other
using
thing,
less cotton.
that piece you cut out could be a coffee coaster.
I was going to say coaster, a titty coaster,
A titty
a
coaster.
titty coaster.
Hey,
Holy
most women on Instagram, instead of having a bikini top, they have a titty coaster.
titty
top.
coaster. Just got to cover the nipples to make
I
it
actually
not
like
porn.
them though.
I'm
I'm
in
not gonna lie.
titty coasters.
Actually, forget the
Trademark.
whole bra. Just get a titty coaster.
Just buy a couple titty coasters. Actually, shit. I'll sell you a couple.
And you know what? If they want to save money, they could get one that goes right in the middle.
Just a line.
Just a thought. No, one in the middle.
I don't think that works. I mean, that
Works for me.
Tyson's. We're gonna have to stop. His heart is moving. I
Oh.
can see his heart pounding.
Oh my God.
What about the crazy? We got to get off this topic. What about the I mean, I love boobs. What about the crazy running back situation in the NFL right now, Tyson? Guys are getting injured.
Yeah.
They're not guaranteed like a quarterback. They're like, their season's
No.
over very quickly. J.K. Dobbins for the Ravens, our number one.
Chubb.
Then Nick Chubb, who's probably maybe the best
Barkley
in
is
the
out
league.
tonight.
Barkley's out
He's on
tonight.
like 6 weeks, actually.
Like, and these guys aren't like receivers anymore. They're not paid like that.
No,
And they're not really guaranteed
They're a
like a
dime a dozen.
quarterback. Man, I feel for him. I really do. We've talked about it multiple times.
Chubb does make some good money.
He
though.
does. Yeah, he does.
But
But
Hunt,
it's not guaranteed as much as these guys, though.
no,
Like,
not even
it's-
close.
He'll be back though next
Sounds
year,
like
but-
Hunt will be going back to.
yeah, which I think is
The
a
Browns.
perfect fit. He knows the playbook, and
Yes.
Hunt was good.
He
Kareem
was
Hunt
good.
was good, man.
But he was
Um,
a cap casualty because they don't value running backs.
That's right.
anymore.
That's exactly what happened. Yeah, and now he's back, and I'm happy for him. I hope he rocks it. As much as I hate the Browns, I hope he comes in there and does great.
I
because
wish that they would value all players
equally.
just like titty coasters.
Titty coasters are all equally there. And I love them all equally. All the colors, all the sizes, all the shapes. You can have a little diamond titty coaster. It's fine.
They all
They
are beautiful.
All are beautiful. All breasts are beautiful. All
So-
titty coasters are beautiful.
NFL, listen to the fans.
We get NFL titty coasters.
Yeah.
Yeah, a Raven.
Yes. That could be a 3-1. NFL.
NFL titty coasters. You can have one of those, the oil drip.
Oh, yes.
Hey, for the saggy ones, it kind of go down a little further.
Yeah, this would be like, oh,
It could be a fairly large breast. I did actually one time in a circus
That
see a
would be-
one-breasted woman.
I-
It was weird.
we'd have to call that person a Holstein. I believe they'd qualify.
Definitely.
Oh,
Hereford.
yeah.
Well, you know what? I'm out of beer, so
Okay.
let's.
Oh, here, I'll get you one.
Are you sure? I got
Yeah.
my own beer in my own house. You don't got to feed me my own beer.
Well, I'm not feeding you your own
I have
beer.
a plenty.
I'm feeding you my beer.
Okay, well, feed me your beer then.
Okay. Hey, I just don't want you
You
to
didn't
stand
bring
up.
me-
After talking
As
about
long
these,
as you don't
these
bring me.
titties, I don't want you to stand up in front of the camera. Like,
It's all right. I wore my
things could get awkward.
wore
here.
my tight underwears.
Oh,
You're an idiot. All right.
oh, you're crazy.
Nope, not answering that call. All right.
All right.
And also, guys, something that Tyson brought to light the other day that we're probably going to be doing fairly shortly. We're going to do a little NFL roundtable action. So we're wondering if any listeners out there would love to get in on that. We're going to do a live show just
More
like
the
this.
merrier.
And yeah,
5 or 6 guys.
I
on
think
there.
I can fit up to 20 on this account on the screen, and we can bitch and moan about who we think is better. You know, you
we
can
could
hop
talk
on
about titty
his
coasters.
titty coasters, and you can hop on his Kirk Cousins hating wagon.
Oilers.
We don't have to talk about them. This is strictly about things we love, not things that hurt my face, like that damn logo sitting that
Titty
close to
coasters
me.
could
Oh,
hurt your face, and you
in a
talk about
good
it.
way. In a good way. In a good way.
Oh, if we
Oh,
both come,
titty coasters.
the
That
next
is
show-
almost as stupid
if we
as
bo-
your pajama boner or whatever that is that you brought up. And
if we both have black eyes, the next show you'll know why. Like our wives just.
oh, Megan might actually punch me tonight.
I'm gonna stay and witness it.
She almost did it live on the show here.
Oh well, you could.
That's a good beer. I had a couple good beers.
Oh, speaking, by the way,
good beer.
tune in next week. Blair Baylog from Stamp Seeds at Enchant, Alberta will be joining us. He's going to talk some sports. Of course, he went to Vauxhall Baseball Academy, so he's going
Baseball
to
guy.
give us the whole story and what timing, because we're going into playoffs. Give us the whole story about what that was like and how it was leaving home and all that. Then we're going to get into his career now, which is he's a sales for a certified seed grower, and we're going to talk some hybrid fall rye crops and everything egg kind of. So
It's fall
tune in.
feeding
We're,
time.
we're going to cover everything. We're going to cover everything.
From titty coasters to NFL touchdowns,
Yeah.
right to putting seed in the ground. If you want it, we got it basically.
Yeah, seed in the ground, wherever you want seed, it'll be.
We'll throw it. It's
Yeah.
not a big deal. We got hands.
Germination very high.
Yeah,
very high.
we are well inept to the world. You want to learn something? Tune in.
Oh,
We
yeah,
got it all.
we'll help you. Yeah,
We got it all. We don't have height, but we got everything else.
Yeah. Well, you can't get everything.
You can't have everything. You can't
Yeah.
have everything.
No,
It's in the
no.
Bible. You can't have everything.
Hey, let's drink to that.
Yeah, cheers to that. I never got that. And okay, let's do a little recap of your weekend. You were away with the Fox Valley Legends
Oh,
at the
yes.
U of S volleyball tournament, biggest
Yeah.
tournament of the year next to provincials.
It is a great experience for the boys. They played. There were 3 1A teams there, so the other 2 teams they will be seen in provincials.
Right
because
on.
They are good.
And how do you think that we fare to them?
We're very comparable.
Okay.
I
It'll be
don't want,
competitive?
yeah, it's gonna be great. I don't want to say, how all three teams will advance over, the year.
That's right.
You know,
Certain teams grow, certain teams
Yeah,
don't.
yeah, it is right there for our kids. Let's see what happens.
And the kids played
Of course,
well this
yeah,
weekend.
they did. They won more games actually in Saskatoon than I've seen in a
Then
while. So-
remember, yeah, it's hard to
yeah.
win there.
and very competitive games too. Like
Awesome.
some great talented athletes there. It was fun.
Yeah, Don said there were
Kids
a
are
couple.
so huge nowadays.
The
It's-
cities,
it's
he said, are
ridiculous.
putting out kids that are just giants.
Yes, there was one kid there. He had to be very close to 7 feet.
Jeez, high
He's a
school kid.
monster.
That's insane.
Yeah, and a lefty.
No way.
Besides,
That's rare.
yeah,
Ooh,
yeah. He
alright.
he was a beast.
He was a good player too.
I never got to see him play.
Okay.
So I can't comment on
I
that. But
assume he'd have been good
there was
regardless,
a ton
but-
of good players.
Yeah.
Like the quality of volleyball was outstanding.
Yeah, Don said it was. So there was one kid that stood out to him. He wasn't from a big city, but he was just one player on one team. The team wasn't great, but he said, man, that kid hit like,
Now that's
Yeah.
probably the team we played at the last game.
okay. So there's one kid that could
The-
just
the
bang.
mammoth.
Like he said, just hit the ball so hard. His jump serve, he would serve like 6 in a row,
Oh
big
yeah,
spin serves.
yeah, there was lots of good kids.
And yeah, he said he said that kid reminded him of back in the Johnny Schneider days and whatnot.
Yeah, so it was great. Lots of good volleyball, and the boys had a very good weekend of growing as a team and played quite well. Like
Awesome.
way better than they did the weekend.
You can
before.
really get confidence from going into a tournament like that and not being laughed out.
Well, here's the thing. I would rather go to a tournament and lose every game, but learn from playing good teams than go to a tournament
Shitty
and
tournament.
win every game and all you're doing is learning bad habits.
We did that one year. We never went to any real big tournaments. Shouldn't say that I was not playing then. It was
Bench
before my
warmer.
time, but I was in junior, but I got to go be the
Well,
ball
you're
boy.
probably a bench warmer
But
there.
yeah, right. Show you the medals. Anyway,
You made them.
yeah, I did. I'm very, very artistic. But I remember we went and all year Justin's team, they went to just smaller tournaments.
Yeah.
Dominated everywhere, and then met a little controversy going down the line, and
This
was it.
is
They
what
were the best team, should have won everything, would have been
Yeah.
provincial champs.
When you're, I just want to add to that.
Never
when you,
were pushed.
when you're never pressure tested, when you do face some adversity,
normally
it's very
fail.
tough.
Yeah,
Very tough.
it's battle tested's a real
Oh,
thing.
The pressure, like, yeah,
You know,
kind of like the Oilers, now they're battle tested.
oh, they're definitely battle tested. Those guys have been getting the shit kicked out of them for years.
And
They're ready to
watch
win.
out. I just want to say this about the
Ready to,
Oilers.
well, you've already said you started the show screaming
Did
at
I?
the camera.
I
"What
can't remember.
parade is coming. I can't wait till it doesn't.
End of June. I think June 26th. Is
No,
the
that's the
parade.
Pride Festival. That's the other one that you go to all the time.
Oh well.
Well, whatever. I mean, he's
As
Pride.
long as I see the Stanley Cup there, what's it?
Oh, there's some kind of a cup. Oh man. You know,
You
Tyson, just,
sick bastard.
just for my sake, I truly hope you don't.
Well, just for your sake, I truly hope you do. You got to be a little worried. Let's be honest.
You know,
Like,
I'm not.
Edmonton-
Because of injuries, I'm not.
Yeah,
So
but-
until literally the Stanley Cup final starts, then I'll be like, shit.
watch for them to get off to a crazy start. I'm just sitting.
Oh,
putting
they're
it on
gonna
the-
be good.
because they are one of the very few teams who have had the whole team in for 2 weeks already.
That's because they all sucked so bad last year.
No,
They
that's
had to
because the
practice
captain
harder.
said, "Okay, get your ass here.
Oh, well,
It's cup or bust
because
this
he's
year." buddy."
terrified to lose
But he don't
because he
wanna.
knows his window's very small. so
Connor-
he's got
Connor's
it. Of
on a mission.
course he
Leon.
is.
They're just
Like I said, but they're only one injury away.
cheers
So
to the
that's why
Stanley Cup.
I gotta tell you, injury bug is coming.
Cheers to the Stanley Cup in Edmonton.
I've got a feeling.
Okay, let's
so
bet here right now.
sorry.
Let's put it out here right now.
Okay, that the Oilers won't win the cup.
Nope, nope.
That's the bet.
If they win the Stanley Cup, you're coming to the parade with me
I
right now. Come on. And what is your bet? What do I have to do if they don't?
Oh shit. That I gotta think about.
Whatever. If they win,
I'll come up with some, but if they win, I'll come to the parade
we're
with
going,
you though.
we're going
I'll
to the
come with
parade.
you.
You'll see it on the Fans Perspective
I'll be
podcast.
wearing a Flames jersey.
Me, you, and Chance Vegan.
Me and Chance
He's
can
a
smoke
Montreal-
cigars.
Yeah, you guys, because he's a Montreal fan, so he's got nothing to cheer for.
Canadians.
Yeah.
That-
Remember he said his dad was?
That's
and
right.
then
Are
he
they
called him?
still a team? Unfortunate.
Yeah.
Actually, I shouldn't say it. The Flames are gonna be worse this year.
You know,
but-
he was in Toronto. Did you see? He was
Yeah, he's at
watching
the
some
Jays
Blues-
games.
Yeah.
Yeah, him and the wifey.
I
definitely
wonder
saw it.
if it, like did he give the horses like just 5 or 10 round bales and say,
See,
see that's
I'm going to Toronto.
yeah. I doubt
Maybe
it.
they came with.
Well, maybe, yeah.
Family
He
vacation.
took his whole I know why. I bet you he was down at the track in Toronto.
Looking
checking
at
out the
horses.
Business trip,
Bus-
Toronto Blue Jays.
He wrote
tickets.
that. Yeah,
Wrote that off, yeah.
it's a write-off.
Yeah.
It's a-
Spent a little carbon tax. along
Yeah.
the way.
Oh God. All right, we're back.
Don't worry though, he'll get a rebate on that carbon
God,
tax.
what happened to the Giants? They had the ball last time I looked, and it's a handoff. It is not Christian McCaffrey. It is the backup running back, and he's good for 10 yards. We got
McCaffrey's
a
probably
first
hurt.
down.
'Cause He usually does get hurt.
We got a first down, San Francisco, and now they're moving the ball. Minute
Hey,
left in the third.
Guess what?
First and 10.
We were talking a little hockey. Western Hockey League starts tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night, yeah. Cody Bonagoski was just at the house before you got here. I was doing some yard work, and he said he's going to the season opener.
Oh,
the
yeah.
home opener.
Oh, that isn't that Saturday
I
night?
think so. Yeah.
Because Friday night, Medicine Nuts and Lethbridge.
That's
Been
right.
tradition for years and years.
Saturday night is the one that he's going to.
Yeah, but Swift Current is home tomorrow night. So
Okay, cool. It's gonna be a good season.
I think Medicine Hat's gonna be very good.
I think they're gonna be very good.
And heartbroken this week. Peter Labardius informed us that he can't come on the show due to some. He is a scout.
Awesome new opportunity.
Yes, he is a scout now. So congratulations, Peter. And he had a wealth of knowledge, but well, keep looking around. We'll find somebody to talk.
And
talk
the
with
Flames
us, but
needed all the help they could get. So
Well, yeah,
thank you
hey,
for helping.
great guy to hire. I'm telling you, no one knows minor
Junior
hockey. Like
to get a guy
Peter.
that's so involved with junior hockey as your scouting program, that's got to help down the road.
I love the hire. I hate the Flames.
Yeah.
But Peter is a great junior
Yeah.
hockey guy.
I think
He'll do wonders.
yes, I think more of the NHL should look into guys that are so intertwined
Yeah.
and connected with.
There's
junior
another
hockey.
guy I'm trying to think of his name, he's on Sportsnet as well. Just tremendous with junior hockey.
Oh,
Peter
really?
Labardius and him.
Okay.
Sam Cosentino,
Oh, that one off the top. of my head.
tremendous junior hockey guy.
Okay.
I'm gonna actually look into having Sam on because he'd be great too, and he's on Sportsnet.
Sportsnet. Okay.
Tremendous.
Well, junior
Hockey
hockey is great.
intelligence,
More
yep.
people should watch. it.
Gavin
Go to it.
McKenna gonna be worth the price of admission.
He's going to be playing all year now.
Check him out, Medicine Hat. Yeah,
First thing Cody asked
16
me,
years
he
old. I
said, "Is
guess.
McKenna going to play?" I said, "He'll be playing all year now.
Yeah.
No
He plays
limits.
as if no
As long as he's
limits.
healthy, he's in."
I think he's 2 years away from draft yet.
I know it's crazy.
We actually gonna see him for 3 years. Probably that's it though.
Yeah,
What about Bedard scoring 3 in the
Yeah, I got a
rookie
hat
game?
trick.
But hey, it's rookie game.
it's just a rookie game. Yep, it's still great.
Yeah.
but it's just a rookie game. But I'm wishing the best for him.
How many points is he gonna get this year?
I don't know. What did I say last week? I figured between
I think
50
you
and
said
60,
5 and 6.
50 and 60. Yeah.
We should have an over under.
We could.
Yeah.
We absolutely
Oh,
could.
by the way, Fox Valley Rec Board is having a hockey draft.
Yes, we are.
So
having
if
hockey
you
draft.
are
My brother runs it.
interested, yeah, contact Dawn at Schmaltz
Yep.
Insurance.
Contact Don at Schmaltz.
And it's a fundraiser for probably the hall, I'm assuming.
Yeah, it'll go to the rec board, but really, essentially, until the hall's paid off, that's
Yeah.
where it goes.
So great thing to get in, costs you $20. You get the sheet, you fill in the names and
and it's like multiple choice, so it's really easy. You don't got to come up with your own.
the
team.
other
There's-
thing is you get to say you lost to me at the end of the
that's
year.
right.
So-
Did your son
on.
win last year's, or did he win the bar?
No,
one?
that was a playoff one.
That was the playoff one.
Yeah, this
So,
is just regular season.
That's right. I think this one was. What did he win? 350 or 450?
No,
or
it
was
was
this like
like-
900?
Yeah, it was like $900.
Okay, so then this one was. I think this one came out to like $700. So the winner's
Okay.
probably going to win like $700, something like that. So
Yeah, that'll be
or the
cool.
more people to buy, the more you're going to win. It's basically
Yeah,
winner
could-
take
could-
all.
Could be 7,000.
It's 50-50 is what it is.
Yeah,
So if there's, $1,000, you're going to win $500.
it'll be good. It'll
It's
be
awesome.
good and a lot of fun. Keeps you interested.
It does totally.
Especially if you're a Flames fan and they suck and you got nothing.
Then
to
all we
look
got
forward
is the
to.
draft.
Yeah,
That's
you
all we
is
got
the
is the draft, baby.
draft. And
So-
Montreal Canadiens too.
No,
And let's
yeah.
not forget the Leafs.
And yeah, because the Leafs might make the playoffs, but that's as far as they'll go.
Nah,
Yeah, I don't think the Canucks are going to do too much. I think they're slowly going to get back. They're going to be better this
they're
year.
going to be better. Yeah,
Yep. And I think
depends on
next year.
Thatcher Demko.
Yeah, I agree. It does. That's a big part of it. I think they'll be much better next year, but I think they're going to be better this year than last. Yeah, but I think
Who-
next year's
who's
a
your-
good year for them.
Who's your top 4 Canadian teams in the NHL this year?
Edmonton for sure.
Okay, list them from 4 to 1.
4-1. Okay, 4-1. Ottawa.
Ottawa's your 4.
Yep.
Okay.
Then I'm going to take Winnipeg,
Winnipeg.
Toronto, Edmonton.
Okay, interesting.
It's my 4-1. Yeah.
I'm taking Winnipeg is 4.
Okay.
Toronto is 3.
Okay.
Ottawa 2.
Okay.
Edmonton 1.
Okay.
Calgary rounds up my 5.
Oh God, I think Vancouver's going to finish ahead of Calgary this year.
No, I don't.
They're in trouble. Like they're in so much
I
trouble.
think Calgary is going to, their goaltender's going to have a bounce back here.
Yeah, he'll be keeping them in games this year. He has to. I mean, he'll have no pressure this year because they're not expected to win.
So
is
Calgary's
probably
my
what-
5 in Canada.
I don't know.
And then I'd go
I hope so.
Vancouver and then the lowly Habs.
So I think the Habs will turn around in a couple of years here. They need to find an established, proper number 1 goalie, a guy
Yeah.
who can play.
I don't mind their young guy.
I don't mind him. I don't know if he's established yet.
No.
Like, I got more faith in Skinner coming in
Yeah.
young.
Hey,
you
do you know,
but-
since we're on the Habs topic, there is strong rumor, and Chad, your buddy there will probably be able to attest to this, that the Rays are talking about moving to Montreal again.
No, I
Tampa
didn't know
Bay
that.
Rays, yeah.
I know they proposed a new stadium today in Tampa. in
Yeah, but
Petersburg
it's
for-
still in Petersburg.
same
where
place.
no one goes to the game.
I know, I drove right by it. We went to Petersburg Beach
Yes,
when I was
and
down there.
they were talking about, there is strong rumors that Major League Baseball would like to get them back to
Crazy.
Montreal. But of course, Montreal would need a new stadium.
Yeah, they would,
Because
yeah.
the Big O wouldn't work.
Yeah, no, it wouldn't. Yeah,
But I'm sure Trudeau will have a lot of money for them.
I saw.
They just have to put the Ukrainian flag on the top of the stadium and
There's where all their taxpayer dollars go.
definitely not an
Oh.
Indian flag though. An Indian, I mean India.
Yeah, India, I know.
Because,
We ain't allowed there no more. Thanks
no.
to that jackass trying to bring drugs onto his plane. That's the rumor I heard.
Who knows what's going
Yep.
on? But anything Trudeau's involved in is stupid.
Stupid. But yeah, and all I saw was the rendering for what Tampa was proposing for their own new stadium.
Yep.
But yeah, I saw it was same place. And I was like,
Yeah.
that's the biggest problem with it now.
That's what the one Major League Baseball insider
You live in
said.
Tampa, it's a 50-minute drive without traffic.
No one will go there.
That's without traffic. Do you know how much
But it's
traffic
the
you get across
only-
that bridge?
It's the only county that will put out the money to build a stadium.
I know. That's the issue.
Yes, so
So stupid.
look for
That'd be great.
the Montreal Rays. And you know what? The Rays are very similar to how Montreal used to be. They would draft beautifully and they were a lower budget team and they'd get to winning. And then when guys got too high priced, they'd have to ship them out. That's
Yeah.
exactly how Tampa plays.
Yeah, they operate very similar.
Yeah.
Same with
good
Baltimore.
scouting staff.
Baltimore kind of
Baltimore,
operates
yeah.
that too.
Yeah,
They can't afford them.
Baltimore, no.
They've got tiny, like 72 million. this
Small
year.
window,
Small
small
window,
window.
yeah.
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 Yeah. Cincinnati's another one, Pittsburgh.
That's
There's
right.
Actually, there's
Quite
the
a few
have,
small
there's the
budget
have and have nots in baseball.
in baseball. Yeah.
There's the
And
Yankees,
you know who the
the
Habs
Mets, the Red Sox,
are. The Blue Jays are big too. They got a
Blue
big
Jays
payroll.
are big. Yep.
Red Sox.
Basically all the playoff teams.
Yeah, it's crazy how it works, eh? Really. In the end, not this year though.
No,
It's changing a bit, which is nice
it
to
is.
see.
Atlanta has a big payroll.
Yeah, they got huge payroll.
Yeah.
They do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can kind of tell just by looking around.
I'm
the league.
excited. Like baseball playoffs are right around the corner.
They
I
are.
love baseball.
And there's
playoffs.
some good
Like,
teams.
Yes, it's open. I believe
Yeah, I
anybody.
believe it is.
And this year
I believe the favorite is definitely Atlanta. I'm going to say that.
in the National League for sure.
Yeah, I even think in the whole league, they're more,
Boy,
they're really well-rounded.
I don't know. Like the American League's got some really good teams.
They do, but every single time I catch a highlight and I watch anything, they're so fucking consistent. It's
Well, they are.
crazy.
I-
Their bats are always working.
I'm just looking at the pitching staffs of the American League, and wow,
Yeah, they are. They are
Tampa
good.
actually is scary good.
Yeah, they're good. Yeah,
Yeah.
they are very good. But I
Seattle,
found that they're beatable. They go through
Yeah.
stages where they lose 5 or 6 in a row, and
they almost caught the Baltimore Orioles now.
yeah, they did. Yeah.
Yeah, like the Orioles.
Well, I mean, they
had a
were way ahead.
huge
Don't
lead.
forget at the start.
Yeah, and then the
Rays
Orioles were way ahead.
That's right. Now the
And
Orioles have 5 main injuries. Though,
Yeah,
right.
I know.
It, just like I talked about the Oilers and health.
STD.
No
therapy,
STDs. We lost
uh,
2 more today. 2 more guys got injured today before the game. One
Yeah,
was
and
a car
and-
accident.
and we're
and
down.
another
We're
one
down to
was-
about 10 games.
So yeah. So I'm telling you, health is everything down the stretch.
I tell you
Um,
what, if Toronto gets in, you do not want to play them.
Yeah, I agree. They're a good team. I mean,
Because-
they shouldn't be where they are right
No.
now. They should be way better.
They
than
haven't
are.
never come around and hit yet.
Yeah,
If they ever could start hitting, look out, because the pitching is
Agreed.
phenomenal. Best bullpen in baseball, bar none.
hasn't played that way this year.
The
but it is
bullpen's
best.
been very good.
It had a huge stretch there about a month ago. That was atrocious though.
Just
It was-
a little stretch.
It was not a
Not
little
bad,
stretch.
not
It
bad.
was like 3 weeks
But-
of,
Without that
brutal.
bullpen, they wouldn't be where they are.
well, they wouldn't have a chance to playoffs. They
No.
are good. They just haven't played
Yeah,
well
they-
all year.
Toronto
They have
hasn't hit. That's been their
not been
problem.
consistent. Their bullpen was not consistent. last
And
month at all.
injuries. Oh, boy.
Tons of
they-
injuries.
Yeah, they had injuries, but I am excited. I love baseball playoffs. I'll watch it. The very first day is my favorite because there's like 5 games
It's
on
like-
day one.
It's like NHL with all the games.
Yeah,
It's
it's
amazing.
like, yeah. And this year's a little different because it's not a 1-game playoff with the wild card. Now it's a best of 3
Oh, yeah.
in the other team's ballpark. So you don't travel at all. All 3 games would be in the team he plays ballpark, the
That
better
is
seed.
cool.
So
Yeah.
excited.
I love it.
Football's going on. The Riders have a big game this week. We haven't talked about
Must
them.
win, in my opinion.
Ottawa have to have it because
Mm.
that game against Calgary is coming up.
Oh, it is. And we want it to mean nothing.
No,
And to do that, we need to win. And it's all on our defense.
Our defense.
100%.
Yeah.
Frankie Hickson is starting this week, thank God. He hasn't started a game.
Lanier is not in the lineup.
Nope.
I don't think.
No, he wasn't. No.
Who else are we missing?
Which really
A
sucks
few-
because our
that
offense has not been
Dalkey,
an issue.
Dalkey, I don't think has been at
Not.
safety for a while.
No, man. Our defense is where we need the help, but it's not. Our
I'm telling
help
you,
is coming
bench
back to
Pete
offense.
Robertson.
For what though?
Well, I don't think he's doing what he needs
I know
to.
we got no one else to bench for. Without Dalkey back and all these guys, we don't have a choice.
I like that Moore kid. That
Yeah, but he's playing. It's not like
yeah,
he's not
he is playing for Lanier now.
So I mean, we don't have any depth on defense. We
No.
can't bench him.
There's
But I
gotta
would
be some
love it. I would
NFL.
love it if Dalkey came back and then we benched him. I'd be good with
Well,
that.
Dalkey's a safety.
But I know, but I'm just saying anybody on defense. I don't give a shit what position they play.
I think there's got to be some NFL cuts
But
available. Not.
if they're willing to come up,
Gosh, it's going to be interesting.
most guys
Yeah.
aren't willing to come up anymore. Not with our tax
Oh,
bracket and whatnot.
hey.
That's tough.
Football. Did you hear the USFL and the XFL are in merger talks?
No, I didn't.
Yes.
It wouldn't surprise me. I thought they were both going to fold.
Well, yeah,
not
they're
merge,
they're,
but-
they're going to merge to fold.
Yeah, I mean that would make more
No, they
sense.
are in merger talks. It'll be interesting what comes of it. Neither have done very well. I didn't
Terrible.
even know the USFL was on
Happened.
when it was on.
Yeah, me neither.
Brutal.
XFL I knew was on. It was on my TV.
Yeah,
I watched
but
some games, but
That's because we watched empty stands.
a
for-
lot of them.
I
One
actually
game.
was excited for the first game, and then after that, lost total interest.
Well, that's because it's not entertaining when no one watches it. But
Well, you know
St.
what,
Louis had a
though?
packed stadium every time though. That was
I
kind of cool.
find myself personally, it's very hard to get into a new sport and have a team. And hey, I'm cheering for this team. I love it. It takes
There's no
years and
passion.
years to get passion for.
There's
a team.
no passion for it. Yeah, either got to know somebody on the
Yeah.
team so you fall in love with it because you support that guy so much and that's his squad.
Yeah.
Or you have to your dad had to have cheered for
Yeah,
him,
like-
got you hooked, or a buddy.
You take it like football that we love, the Riders, hockey, we grew up with it our whole lives, baseball, the Jays. I mean, baseball's kind of new for
Yeah,
you,
new
but,
for me.
um,
But I mean, I'm not I chose the Orioles just to fuck with you. So
Yeah,
I mean,
I
that's
know.
why I say I hope the Orioles do good just because I bought their hat. It cost me $78. But really, other than that, I mean, I definitely would root for the Blue Jays if they're in the playoffs. I mean,
Yeah.
it's Canada's team. Of
Oh,
course, I'm gonna
I
root for 'em.
love when they're
And I'll always root against the Red Sox. For some reason,
Yeah.
I have hate against
The
them
Bambino.
and the Yankees.
the Bambino.
Yeah, but I don't know why. Not because of him, but something about those two teams make me feel like they always have an unfair advantage for some reason. I just don't
Yeah.
like them.
So a couple cool local events that I heard of are coming. Of course, the bull riding is coming to Medicine Hat very soon in October.
PBR.
And just announced today at Agribition in Regina, it is the first time ever the professional bullfighters
Oh,
are coming to Regina.
that's cool.
So that
That's
has been
wild.
a thing in the States for a long time.
I haven't seen it up here
And the
ever.
professional bullfighters are coming to Regina to Agribition, and it's kind of a points thing, and it's going to count for their
Wicked.
circuit in the States. So if you haven't ever seen it, professional bullfighting is totally cool.
YouTube it. It's wicked.
It is.
Not
So,
for me.
I'm excited to go
I'm
watch.
a fan.
I'm going to watch.
You get it in you. When is it?
That November 21st.
Is that a weekend?
I don't know. I just know it's November 21st because I heard the guy on Agribition talking today. So,
Okay.
and new to Agribition. So that will be great.
That'll be kind of right before Grey Cup.
Great entertainment. Great entertainment. That's going to be kind of playoff volleyball.
It'll be right before provincials because that's provincial weekend is generally.
Well, it's the last weekend. I think it's actually in December this year, the way the calendar falls.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Early December, 1st or 2nd, something like
Gotcha.
that. But yeah, so a couple of exciting local events and
Something new is something nice.
yes, hockey is around the corner. Like I said, we're busy with volleyball and the young guys are going to be firing up in hockey. Any word on when your guys are going to be starting yet? I know Maple Creek Ice goes in after Thanksgiving long weekend.
Yep,
so
that's right. Levi will start in
you're going to have hell in your house. You're going to have pandemonium because
Late
Levi's going to
October.
start before Parks.
yeah, Etonia gets their ice in early though too.
Oh, do they?
Yeah,
Okay.
they're not like here, but not as early. Like they'll be in by I think they start putting their ice in like 5 days later than that. like
Okay,
the
well then
end of
that's
that
not
week.
bad.
So it'll be a week behind. Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's not bad. then.
So yeah, like end of October they'll both be on the
Exciting
ice.
time of year. And I'm
I
hoping for
dread it to
nice
be honest
weather.
with you, but yeah, I actually don't love it like you loved it. I
Mm.
just don't. I hate driving. I absolutely hate driving in the winter. I hate winter.
I'm excited
But-
because today my granddaughter, I put it on Instagram. She's getting so close. She stood up by herself today. Courtney was holding something for her and she got
Stood
up
up
and
for it, yeah.
yeah, and she stood up and I'm like, I am so close. Only about a year from now I can buy her skates.
Oh my God. No, I'm a fair weather guy. If we could have hockey right now,
Oh, you'd be a Florida hockey
I
guy.
would. Oh my God. Are you kidding me?
That would be
100%.
nice. Yeah.
I would have them in hockey and football in Florida. Yeah, I'd be all over that. I'm just not a fan of winter, man. I hate it.
Well, I'm not a real fan of winter either, but we need snow, we need moisture.
Yeah, I
and,
like I just don't like the cold.
I
that we
guess
get.
I like winter because it's a slower time for me.
Yeah,
That's
and for
probably
me,
why
it's
I
my
like it.
busiest time now.
Yeah.
Just because I'm running in two different directions. I got one home team is 40 minutes that way, and the other home team's an hour that way.
Yeah,
So that it's going to be a really long season for us. So I love that the boys that are playing love it. So that's all that matters. My
Yeah,
kids
yeah.
love playing it. It ain't for me, it's for
and
them.
Lily is
So,
going to piano.
Lily
She-
showed me she's got piano hands.
She hung up the skates. She's
Yeah.
retiring from hockey,
Which
temporarily, maybe.
who knows with her.
Temporarily, yeah.
But that didn't save us anything at all. Like she's a twin, of course, with Levi. So we would have just been but we let her make the
Yeah,
decision.
yeah.
She didn't want
100%.
to.
Yeah.
You know, she was the only girl and she just didn't want to. So and I said,
Totally
you
get
want to
it.
be a little girl, you be a little girl.
Yeah.
you know?
Do what you do.
you do,
You know
girl.
what we haven't talked
So-
about yet?
Oh God. We have talked about everything. We talked
No,
about titty
how-
tassels. I mean, what else are we gonna talk?
Well, we could go back to that.
No, we're good.
How about Colorado Bisons?
Oh,
Dion Sanders.
Dion.
I am actually,
Invested.
I'm invested.
So am I.
I
so-
watch.
Everybody.
I watch his press conferences. I watched the game, and it was damn exciting.
They were, holy shit. They were the least attended team 3 years ago in that entire. Are they in the Big Ten or Sec 10?
I
whatever
don't
they
know what
call it?
they're actually in.
Whatever they're
because
in.
I'm not a big college
Yeah,
football guy.
I am now.
Until
Thanks
now.
to him. But they were the least attended, and now they are the most oversold.
And I tell you what,
Just him.
he
It's
tells you he's a Donald Trump. He tells you exactly what he's thinking.
exactly what he's
Yeah.
thinking.
And he's pretty confident.
He is very confident. I love him. He was a great player. He was a great ambassador for the
His kid
NFL.
played very well.
And
that
yeah,
day.
they're great athletes.
They're twins too. I
Yes,
believe.
they are. Yep.
Yeah.
Two different positions, of course.
Yeah, quarterback.
One got a
and-
pick six,
Yes.
and the other guy's the star quarterback.
Is the one a free safety?
Unreal. I don't actually know his position,
Yeah.
but
One's quarterback, Shamar.
Shamar.
Yeah.
Shadur.
Shadur.
Shadur. Yeah.
Shadur.
Shadur. Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing. And then did you see what? So he drives.
So
like,
what would their nicknames be? There was Dion was prime time.
Prime time and Neon Dion. They called them both.
Yeah.
Oh
So
man,
what
I
would
don't
Shadur
know.
be?
Shadur. I don't know what you're gonna call that guy.
Instead of prime time, game time.
Game time.
Game time.
I like it.
Shadur,
And then the
Game
the
time.
free safety can be big time.
big time.
I like
we
it.
got game time and big time
And Daddy Prime
and
time.
prime time.
So the
Sanders, all Sanders.
all Sanders, Shadur or whatever his actual name is.
It is shitter.
He drives a pretty fancy car, like a Rolls or
Well,
something like that.
I don't imagine the Sanders are really financially.
They're not
struggling.
hurt. And Daddy likes to. He's not
likes to
like
show.
Shaq, where Shaq Keal O'Neal, for example, makes more money than him. Not the kids have to work for everything. Like,
Yeah.
that's my money. I made that money. I'll make sure they never are starving and their schooling's paid for. All that. But that's
Yep.
it. So he's driving a really fancy car, and he was posting TikToks one day, two videos in one day. And then Tom Brady was on a podcast like we're doing tonight,
Yeah.
and they asked him, like, what do you think of him? And he's like, I think he's playing great, but I think he needs to get his ass off TikTok and get his ass in the film room. He's like, because if he wants to continue to be great, he's gonna have to
You're
study.
talking about shitter.
Yeah, he's like, he's gonna have to study a little harder, because you can't just ride around in Daddy's $200,000 car
Yeah.
and make TikToks. He's
Yeah.
like, there's a lot of work that goes into this, and
But
I
today's
credit-
athlete is different than Tom Brady.
so different. But he knows that if he invested his time like that,
Well, he's
he'd
an
be even better.
athletic specimen. Like he'll run like the wind.
Yeah,
And he actually impressed me throwing.
yeah,
He did. I'm
me
not gonna
too.
lie.
Oh, he threw some darts back,
Yeah.
and he's got an arm.
Yeah,
he can
he
chuck it
does.
down the
and he's
field.
a big kid.
But
He's
you
not
you
small.
put that guy in with the work ethic of a Brady or back in the day, Philip Rivers, they said, used to literally not even pay attention at restaurants. After the game, he'd be on his phone.
Yeah.
Couldn't even spend time with his family, be rewatching film, like just couldn't get it out of his head. You put those aspects into a athlete.
Yeah, but
Holy shit.
you know what? Some never get that.
No, they won't. It's
They're
in you.
blessed.
It's in you or it's not.
Yeah, they're blessed with all the God-given abilities, but could give a shit less.
Tyreek Hill has never opened his playbook.
Really.
Yeah, he claims it.
Andy Fantu's never seen the gym.
It's crazy. He's
Never-
our best at the time.
Yeah, never went to the gym.
Frick, Phil Kessel definitely never
No,
went to the
he
gym.
went to the fast food.
And he kicked ass.
Iron Man. Iron
Can't
Man.
pull fat. John Daly says it. John Daly never worked out a day in his life, man.
Yeah, but some guys are
Just,
just
a
gifted-
born winner.
gifted athletes
Like
too.
us.
And yeah,
Just
like
gifted athletes. Why we don't work out? Why would we do that? We're just going to injure ourselves. Look at all these guys with six packs
Well,
getting injured.
that's true. Because,
Idiots.
And the other thing is I'm at the age now where I have to stretch before I work out for sure. Even drinking coffee, it's getting to that point. So in the morning, I got to kind of do my
It's true.
my,
The
wrist roll,
action.
yeah,
That's
because
true.
so I'm ready when I get my coffee cup. That
Well, you don't
I'm
wanna
ready.
Pull your forearm.
And then you got to kind of twist
That's
your
true.
neck.
You do a stretch, the coffee stretch.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know what you're
And
talking
get
about.
because I like creamer, so I got to get
Oh, yeah, the stir
stirring,
motion. Yeah, that's true.
So you cover all those
you know what?
bases.
You basically have
Yeah.
worked out.
And
just
then the
having
arm thing to
coffee.
pull my my coffee pod, get the pod in there. You got
The
to
old Keurig?
Yeah. So then you do one with the right, one with the left.
I
but
like
you have
it.
2 cups. So
You
equal
gotta have 2
exercise, yeah.
cups. Yeah,
yeah.
I mean that's for.
But I'm not very good at stirring left-handed. But it's
the wife always gets mad. There's fucking shit everywhere by the time I'm done stirring with that hand.
Well, you should see me put jam on my toast with my left
A
thing.
knife and everything.
But hey, it's all about equal exercise.
You know what? Our bodies are specimens.
Yeah,
Our bodies are our
It is.
temples, folks.
it is, and I'm dedicated to
I
left,
am
right,
extremely
left.
dedicated to my daily routines.
Yeah, it's kind of like curling and sweeping.
Actually, I like to be the guy throwing the rock and yelling.
By the way,
It's my thing.
we may have a real high curling guest coming on the show now.
Really, as long as I
Yes.
don't have to curl, I am. so
I
in.
would say you would be very impressed with her.
It's a female. I knew.
Big
All
name,
this guy does is
big
get girls.
name, big name. She's kind of a
If
Idaho-
it's Taylor Swift, I'm out. You're gonna have to buy my
Taylor
shares
Swift can't
out.
curl, but
Oh,
she's
thank
as
God.
good a looking as Taylor Swift.
Oh, she's better. I don't even know who this is, but
Oh,
she's better looking.
yeah.
Taylor Swift.
I'm not going to reveal the name
You know I don't like her.
till it's written in stone, but I can't wait. I hope.
He's
And I actually hate Instagram now. I think I talked to you about it. Instagram was such a big tool for me because I could send a message
Yeah.
and I could send another one, just touch base back and stuff. Now you're only allowed one message and you can't send nothing until they respond.
That's right.
Sucks.
There
But
are
there's probably
rules.
was harassment stuff before.
Probably because there were probably guys that were asking for different things.
Yeah, I'm thinking, but man, that was a great tool for me and
Yeah, it was a great way to reach out.
it's been taken away a little
Yeah.
bit. So yeah, but keep trying.
So what do we got for a game? Let's Are we still up? Are we still, the Niners still up? Last I checked.
Niners, it would be up yet.
I'm sure that
Yeah,
they are.
I'm
We're into the
sure.
fourth quarter.
23-12.
23-12.
This is a slow game.
Debo went down. Is that Debo?
Yeah,
Oh shit, little injury
he's
action.
twerking. He's twerking.
He's twerking. Let's see what happened. Oh, we took a good old hit, Oboa. Well, maybe a little shoulder jolt there, maybe.
Yeah,
I'm thinking big pussy. What do you think?
they should have titty coasters on.
Titty coasters would have saved that one
Yeah,
for
'cause-
sure.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
God almighty. No, he's good. Look at him. He's like, I'll be back out
I
there.
can't wait to see the new helmet.
I want to see it too now that you're talking about it. I like Patrick Mahomes. He's the one of only 3 guys that wears his style.
You know what looks weird?
But it looks funny.
On
but
the new visors, like you can get them visors where that crossbar is not going up on.
Yep.
That looks so weird.
it
to
does.
me.
Well, we're so used to one way. It just looks
Yeah.
different.
And I mean, Riddell has had
Yeah.
the helmets for the NFL forever.
Forever. Yeah.
And now this new and technology, I tell you, technology sells. And
It does. But it all depends on if it pads the
And it's-
NFL's pocketbook, though.
the NFL or the helmet is made of nothing but 3D printing.
That's crazy.
That is
Yeah,
crazy.
That's wild.
How
Now, as
can that
long
be?
as it makes the NFL money, the only thing, because Riddell gives him a massive kickback.
Well, they probably
So-
do, but I mean, concussions and concussion protocol will force it if it's better.
Yeah, I think you're right. But man, Riddell may just look at it and make their own
Well, they may buy them out.
or that. It sucks. Big business is
Yeah,
ugly.
Yeah, it
Because
is.
Riddell owns everything. Good God.
Yeah, but that's kind of cool.
Yeah, it'd be great. Well, I hope whoever made it from Canada can sell it for
Light.
$1 billion. Or whatever
LIGHT.
guys. Yeah,
That's what it's called. The light helmet.
had to become from Montreal though.
Yeah, I'll look it up. I'll get you a picture.
Least favorite.
Well, I had the idea.
Look at this total yards 383 to 138 for San Fran.
Really?
Game sounds closer at 23-12, but it ain't. San Fran is dominating this one. And another handoff to Christian McCaffrey, and he runs for 4 yards.
Expected.
4 yards. We are second down and 6. 8 minutes, 45 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here we go. Brock Purdy under center. He calls a huddle. He's yelling at the boys. They're slapping ass. Oh, we got ourselves a game, Oboa. I love football. My good God.
Here
Bunch
it
of
is, buddy.
Crazy bastards.
The light helmet.
Oh, yeah. It looks cool, too.
Yeah, it does. There, yeah. Let's see it.
You probably, there you go.
Top helmet there, light. Look at that.
Pretty cool.
Canadian made, gonna be in the NFL.
Well, we don't know that for sure.
100% for sure.
It's going to be in the NFL?
Yep.
Really?
Yep, because players have choice.
Oh, that's right.
Yep, they do have choice. So
That's right. So even if they're not sponsored by it, they can choose to privately buy that helmet
Yep.
and wear
I'm
it.
just trying to find and they custom fit everyone. I'm just trying to find the inside of it.
Oh, there will be lots of players that wear that. If I was a running back, that's all I'd wear. Are you kidding me?
Well, you should have everything as a running back because your contract isn't valid.
Bubble wrap. All right.
It's
Brock Purdy under the shotgun, and he's got the and he steps back and he releases, and it's a short pass to
no
Christian
catch.
McCaffrey.
No catch.
They are saying it was a catch.
That ref's blind.
He might be blind. He that is
You know
one
what? I'm not scared of the
muscular-
49ers at all.
No, they don't scare you.
I'd be so way more scared of the Cowboys.
What a-
No catch. No catch.
Yeah, it didn't move.
It hit the ground.
Doesn't matter. It's allowed to hit the ground as long as it doesn't move.
What kind of a league do we
Yeah,
live in? where-
CFL
Is
the
that
same.
some kind of a fair play
CFL,
policy?
NFL has the same rule as long as the ball does not move when it hits.
I don't like that rule. If it touches the ground, no catch.
Yeah, no, that's not the case anymore.
It's too opinion.
Look at that, another handoff to the same guy, McCaffrey. But yeah, so how it works is as long as you put the ball down, as long as more of it is in your arm or off of the turf than touched it, and the ball does not move in any way,
Yeah,
shape,
but
or
wouldn't
form,
reviews be easier if it was like, okay,
just cut clean.
yeah,
Well, they said it's just too hard because sometimes the guys will literally pick them up like shoelace and literally nothing touched but like the very tip on a shitty throw.
yeah.
And they're like, that's a catch. Like
Nah,
that.
not to me. If it touches the ground, no catch.
Yeah, like it never impeded anything.
Black
in
and
it.
white.
So yeah, I guess so.
I think for reviewing,
But
would be
that's
way
been
better.
like that forever.
I know, but
That rule, yeah.
I don't like the NFL, and
Well,
I
the CFL is the same rule. Identical. It can touch the ground as long as it doesn't move.
I think,
Happened on, the Montreal game. last
I'm
week.
just saying touchdown San Fran game.
Debo is back.
I'm just saying it should be more black and white.
Yeah. I don't know, I don't know.
And you know, one thing I hate about the CFL, I've been watching lots of games too, is man alive, if the ref calls it one way, the review never changes it.
Never, even if it's blatantly the other way.
Brutal. Like, I don't
Ah.
care if the ref called it one way. If it's obviously not what he called, change it.
I agree. Man, that was a freaking amazing throw.
Like,
Brock Purdy just put that thing up there with a ton of guys
Yeah,
in his face.
very
I love
good,
Brock
very
Purdy.
good.
Great catch. But I'm not a fan of either side of the reffing. I don't mind that non-call, to be honest with you. But it's gone the Ravens' way so many times. It's probably why I like it.
But very disappointed in the reviews in the CFL.
They never get overturned.
They never, and
Why do you
and
have them if they're never going to get
I'm also
overturned?
disappointed that the NFL does not have a challenge
Challenge flag?
that
yeah.
you can actually challenge a play, like a pass interference or
So
something.
what can you challenge? Like when
NFL
Belichick,
doesn't have
well, Belichick had one the other day.
spot, I think, maybe, or something. You can
That's what he challenged, was the spot. Is that about all you can do?
Wow. You can't challenge a non-penalty or a penalty. I know
Okay.
that.
Because I know he challenged the spot.
Yeah, or
That was when
probably
they-
a catch, maybe.
Okay.
Could
Yeah,
you? No,
should
that's
be able to
CFL though.
You should be able to challenge every. You should get
I
one
agree.
challenge a half
And if, or just one challenge a game.
or one challenge.
And
yeah.
if you're right, you get a second. If you're wrong.
Oh, I like
you
that. Yeah, and if you don't, you lose a
Kind of like the NHL, you
How
lose
does
a
it work?
timeout.
timeout. That's right. Yeah, you lose the timeout. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a great rule. I think that's fantastic.
Yeah. I
Put some
do.
onus on making sure it's right.
And I want to have the XFL in the room to
So we
hear
can
what they're
hear.
talking
So
about.
we know that they're not just screwing us.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was awesome. That was the best
That-
part about the XFL, was taking
If
us into the
the-
command center.
Yeah. If the NFL gets one thing from the XFL
Yeah,
or the CFL gets one thing, I hope it's that.
take us into the command center.
Take us in, let us hear,
'Cause
because
I don't trust some of this
otherwise-
shit.
otherwise we think it's bullshit, and it probably is.
Well, there was one toe tapper the other day, and he, like, his foot was clearly out, but they literally said, well, we don't have a camera that goes all along
Yeah.
the sideline. Why the hell not?
Yeah. That's one
Shit.
thing I gotta say. I like
Right along the goal line and right along both sides. There should be
Yeah.
cameras right down the lines.
the CFL for having only one foot needed.
Yeah, I like that too.
Yeah.
I like that too, yeah.
Man, if
It
you
makes
get
a lot-
1 foot down, good.
Good to go.
Yeah. Who cares?
I mean, it's pretty talented to get to. I'll tell you.
It
doesn't
is,
add a
it is,
whole
but
element.
It would
you're
add
right.
a little more
Of
offense.
course it would. There were so many huge catches in playoff games that would have counted.
Yes,
Holy
I like
shit.
that. I actually, the CFL has some really good
Lots of
rules.
good rules and some great football.
Yeah, and some great.
I love
football,
my
yeah.
CFL.
I do
man. I
too.
hate that the riders are falling apart, but
We'll
I love
we'll
my-
be okay. We'll be okay yet.
yeah. Yeah, we got a good enough lead on the rest of the shitty division, but I don't want to come into playoffs and just get beat out. I want to be good.
But hey, Winnipeg lost to Hamilton.
They did,
last
yeah.
week.
Hamilton's looking better.
They are.
Winnipeg, it was nice to see them
Ottawa's no
lose.
gimme.
No, they're not. No, you're right. they're not.
Montreal had Toronto on the ropes a couple times.
Yeah, they
already.
did. Oh, they were ahead of them big that game.
Yeah, and so
Toronto is
actually,
good though. They came back. They did what they were supposed to do.
See,
BC is
next
looking
Thursday's
awesome.
a nice game. Packers Lions.
Lions,
That's a good battle. Them two teams hate each other.
go Lions.
I agree.
That'll
I
be a
agree.
good one.
But yeah, it's coming down to the wire. The CFL is going to be great, and
BC is looking
Yeah.
good right now.
yeah, they are.
That was
They
a
are.
huge comeback, and
BC is going to be a tough team to beat.
they are.
They are.
They are going to be tough to beat. I like it because I've always liked BC, man. I've never
I-
been in Edmonton or a
And
Calgary
Trey
guy.
Ford, I like that he's Canadian. That guy can run.
Yeah, he can
Wow.
run.
He is fast.
He's an
Like,
athlete.
His explosiveness when he decides I'm going is
He's-
wild.
Guy's a freaking athlete. Yeah, there's
There-
some guys that are just so athletic.
That was
Holy
quite
good
a tight end
God, what a run there! What a catch, and just getting hammered.
from Phil Sims. Phil
Uh,
Sims. tossed it.
Unreal.
Bam Morris was pushing him from the back there. You know another quarterback's name that came in the rumor mill?
No,
Eli.
coming
The Jets.
back. Really,
Yeah.
really. Couldn't imagine Eli coming back. I hated him as a Giant, but I'd love him as a Jet.
Yeah. New York guy.
Of course, still lives
Right.
there.
Yeah. He would be probably about what, 38?
Yeah, he's a year older than me, I think.
So,
I'm in my prime though,
yeah, that's true. That's true.
so he is
Doesn't
too.
get much better.
Obviously, yeah. I
Doesn't
mean, they
get
might
much
as well
better than
call
that.
me.
But
Oh,
just
shit.
interesting name.
Eli Manning.
I don't
Uh,
know if there's any
They never know.
truth to that because he's been out a couple of years now, and
I've heard lots of names thrown around. Colin Kaepernick was thrown right the
yeah,
hell
well,
out there.
Kaepernick's been out for what, 5-6 years.
Oh, yeah, a long time. All I know is his agent put a big thing out that he's
Oh,
freaking
yeah,
out that he
yeah.
didn't even get a shot. I'm like, he's been out of the league for this many years and he wasn't wanted back then. And the first thing, is it Sela, their coach? Saleh or Sela?
Salah.
Sela?
Yeah.
He said, you know, no offense to him or anything about him, we don't need a distraction around here.
Well,
And that's going to be a huge distraction bringing him in. Even if I'm just bringing
Yeah.
him in to back up, that's a distraction.
yeah.
He's like, we don't need the publicity.
well, at first, I think before the game, the Jets were, well, they wanted to see where their quarterback was, right?
Yes.
And then they got beat pretty badly by the Cowboys, and 3
Yeah.
picks later, I think.
Yeah.
Um,
Tune change.
they maybe know or knew where they kind of were, but you can't admit your
No, you
weakness,
can.
right?
Yes. Well, I mean, you got to remember, you have to empower your quarterback.
Yeah,
If he hears you, how much
because
worse
if
would
you
it be?
can't get another guy, you have to live with him.
That's right, for a whole year.
Yeah.
And could you imagine how brutal that would be if Zach Wilson watches an interview before the game takes off? And they're like, we're definitely looking, it'll be a competition for the
Yeah.
starter. We're not sure if Zach's
Wha-
our guy. Holy shit. That
I'm kind of curious when their bye week is, because how that coordinates with the rest of the league. Like, is it in week 7 or 8 where some teams are like, okay, we're out of this thing already?
yeah. No, I think they'll find somebody this year. I
Oh,
don't know.
they're going to get a
They're
veteran.
looking.
Yeah, they are.
They're looking. And they got such a good defense. They're really looking.
Like
It's
I
not
said,
like
I think the Vikings are going to be.
if they can get
I think
Kirk
that's
early
one team.
enough.
Stafford.
But
I
in
think the
December
Ram-
it might be too late.
The
already.
Rams are going to be out of it
Yeah.
early.
See, that would be a smarter one for me because I don't know. Well, I mean, Vikings lose this weekend, they're out of it, in my opinion.
Yeah. 0-3. Yeah.
And a tough schedule. They have a really tough
They
schedule.
do.
So
Tannehill, Tennessee.
I would take Tannehill. Yeah.
Another guy.
I would really like out of all the
1-year
guys, though,
contract.
Kirk Cousins is your best chance
Yeah.
to manage a team like that. I mean, you'd have another
And
star
I'm sure
receiver.
he'd be available,
I think so.
or he'd be willing.
Willing. Yeah, he would. Yeah, I mean,
Because-
he's been through so much with the Vikings already, with the team. just
Would you
kind of
trade-
flopping.
If you get Cousins, would you trade Wilson the other way?
I mean, I wouldn't want Wilson personally, but
Yeah, but Minnesota's going to need somebody.
yeah, just to finish the season. But I mean, I wouldn't want him long term. I sure
No,
wouldn't be
no,
able
no,
to
no,
even for
no.
the
But he's
outside.
not making a lot of money.
No, he's not. No,
No.
it'd be good to finish the season.
Yeah.
But if you're out anyways, I think Jefferson would blow his mind though.
Well, he
He
might,
would
but
lose his damn mind.
I don't think Minnesota's signing Kirk Cousins next year, anyways.
Yeah,
I
Yeah.
don't.
I know. Poor Jefferson would definitely.
Because
be the main
Cousins, how old
sufferer.
is he?
He's my age. I
Yeah,
think
so he-
isn't he? I'm sure he is. He's close
Kirk
to it.
Cousins is on.
I'll Google it.
He's on the twilight of his career. Let's be honest.
He's got to be around my age.
You know, another interesting guy you could possibly get. Like
2 years younger.
if you're Minnesota,
So he's young.
is possibly out of Dallas. They picked him up from San Francisco, their third string. The guy you hate so much.
Trey Lance.
Trey Lance.
Colin Cowherd said the worst quarterback in all of football rosters this year. He's like just a trash. He literally said, if San Fran can't make you a decent guy, you are the worst.
Yeah.
And he is. He's the worst. I
Yeah.
called it, Tyson. And then he went kapoots. And
But he maybe can rebuild something
No.
yet. Who would have thought Geno Smith would come to where he
yeah, but
is?
Geno Smith's always been a starter somewhere. He moved and flopped, and they gave him a chance.
He was
here.
backup
Gave
so
him a
for a
chance.
lot of years.
Yeah,
too.
but actually played as a backup. You know,
Interception,
Niners are just too good.
deflection.
Niners are good, and Giants are terrible.
Giants are terrible. Yeah.
But yeah, no, Trey Lance a bum. Never been a fan. Just like I'm not a fan of Justin Fields. Sorry, Nathan. Never have been.
You know what would be interesting if the Bengals would go 0-3, but I don't think they will.
I don't think they will. And if they did, I still would give them a chance to come back. They're
Yeah.
too good.
Well, they've been 0-2 the last 2 years.
That's right. And you can't count out Joe Burrow,
No,
Jamar Chase. Now, Nick Chubb leaving is a huge problem. But
that's a Browns.
oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Oh God, who did they just had an injury. It doesn't matter. You can't count the Bengals out because
They got
they've
some
got
good depth.
good defense too. Good coaching. Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase. Is Joe Mixon their running back?
Yeah,
Like
Yeah.
they've got a good team everywhere.
they do.
Njoku, that's
Oh,
their
yeah,
tight
tight
end.
end. Yeah,
Like,
great big
no,
guy.
they're in no problem.
But you don't want to go
0
on
3 is ugly in the NFL.
Yeah,
Especially if Baltimore wins again. 3-0 to 0-3. That's a massive gap to make up when Baltimore has already beat you once.
yes. And they probably only played twice.
I know for sure. I think we play them at the end of the year, like right last game.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's
And you got the Miami Dolphins and all these teams 2-0 already. And so
right.
you're 2 games
and
behind.
Miami keeps Tua healthy, they're gonna keep winning.
Yeah.
That
And
team's
Buffalo's gaining traction.
And we kind of knew they would. That first game, we both were like,
the
wow.
Jets are they're one victory ahead of you,
And don't count them out because their defense can win games.
they can.
If
But
Zach can manage a game until they find a quarterback, as long as he's managing it, all he's got to do is hand that. So Brees Hall, is that his name, or Reese Hall, or their running back?
they got Cook. I know that.
Yeah, but Hall's the one that got all the yards in
Yeah,
game one.
yeah.
He's the one.
Yeah,
that
he's their main running back.
Yeah,
Delvin Cook was an add-on.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah.
So Hall in game one got something like 26 carries. In game two, they gave him 7.
Yeah.
And he called him out. He said, hand me the ball more and start throwing less. He said, we're going to win games. And I'm like,
well, they need
I believe
to have
in
a ball
that.
control offense.
Only throw it to that Garrett Wilson,
Yeah.
only him, and then hand the ball off.
Yeah.
And let your defense do their job. They got a chance.
Oh, they do. They do.
So you're right. You don't want to go 0-3.
No,
You really don't.
You don't. Especially in the AFC. The NFC, I think, is a little weaker.
Well,
You got your top.
the top
You got
is heavy,
top
though.
3. You got the boys, the Eagles, and the Niners.
Yeah, the top is the top of the top,
Yeah.
though.
Yeah.
And then after that, it falls off.
I think it falls off after those
After
3.
those 3, yeah.
Like
Those 3 are
you got
great.
well, Detroit, but Detroit.
I like
Detroit could be like a 10-7 team.
Yep.
They're not going to be. They probably win their division
Yep.
because
But
their
they
division
could
sucks.
do, who knows?
I can't see it. They're too young. They're going to have some growing pains. They're going to lose some games they should have won, and they're going to
Like last week's.
Yeah.
They knew they should have won that.
Yep.
And they didn't.
So they're learning to win. But the 3 beasts in the NFC.
Agreed. I think Seattle has
are a leap
potential to
above.
be
It's
okay.
kind of
I
like
was hoping.
the AFC. Kansas City's going to be there. Buffalo is going to be there. Miami is going to be
Miami is going to be there. Those would be the 3 that I would say will for sure be there. And then Baltimore, only if they stay healthy. Bengals, if they stay healthy, because Burrows might not even play this
Yeah.
weekend. Hey, like that's a
there.
huge
Yeah,
loss.
Baltimore would be in my top end of the second tier in the AFC.
Yeah, they'd be the first in the second tier. Actually, I would put them ahead of all of them if I could
them and the
maintain health.
Bengals would be kind of in my same tier. Not looking at the win losses right now.
That's right. Just the team itself.
just the team itself.
Problem is, Bengals already have issues. It sounds
They
like
do.
Burrows might not even play this weekend.
Well, I know he restrained his calf,
God almighty.
so they're in trouble. Geez, no one else stands out. In the
Not
AFC.
in the
Jets.
AFC.
I mean, the Jets. It's wide open if they get a quarterback.
Steelers, if their quarterback could put it together, they
Yeah, but he's just a young guy. He's
I know.
not gonna.
I know.
really-
I said I don't have no faith in them because of that, but
No.
their defense is good.
They always have a good.
Oh, the Tomlin
TJ
is the
Watt is
defense.
ridiculous.
TJ is
Chargers.
Chargers. I mean, yeah, they're in trouble,
Yeah.
and they got a good team. I mean, Christ,
They
put up
always-
points, but
They're like the Dallas Cowboys of the NFC, though. Only in the AFC, they are a terrible last half team.
well, I mean, they're terrible.
And
stuff
now they're
first half.
started the poor this year.
Their offense has put up numbers, but their defense cannot stop
and they
a
got
run.
a Bosa.
Yeah, and they can't stop a run. Worth
No.
a shit. They get ran on.
Nick Hutchinson from Detroit is one of my new
Oh,
favorite
he's a
linemen.
Beast.
I really like that guy.
I like watching him.
Yeah.
He's got another level. He's got gears, man.
Jalen Carter from Philly.
Oh, he's a tank.
He is going to be something.
Yeah, he's already something. That
Yeah.
guy's a beast.
He is. There's lots of good players, but man, oh man, Sean White, where did he go? Boy, wouldn't the New York Jets love to have him back?
I don't know.
He left in free agency,
I don't know.
and
I'm pretty happy with the Zay Flowers situation in Baltimore. It's been really
yeah.
good.
Oh, there's
John Madden.
the man of football, John Madden. What a he
Yep.
meant everything to football.
Yeah, he did. He lived for it.
Illustrator.
Crazy.
That is
Crazy.
crazy. Yeah, how TV has progressed, eh?
Yep. from what he did to where it is now. Yeah, John Madden created that. I mean,
How
his
about
football
who
game.
does not love Madden football? And maybe one night on the podcast, me and you will have to have a little live Madden.
Oh God.
Baltimore Ravens versus the
It's the only-
Philadelphia Eagles.
It's the only game I actually own in that room is Madden football.
I got a
yeah.
Madden 24 at home.
Madden
so
24?
We can.
I have two. I got Madden. One of them has Ray Lewis on the cover.
Yeah.
And then the other one has Barry Sanders
So-
on the cover. And then
So we could have a little football saw-off. And don't forget, we're gonna have a field goal kickoff competition.
I'm gonna start stretching today. Then.
And by the way, another event tomorrow night, Maple Creek Redmen have their one and only under the lights game of the season.
They only play once
in
under the
Maple
lights.
Creek, yes.
Really?
I'm hoping to check that out actually.
That's
tomorrow
pretty
night.
cool.
So, like
Friday night action.
Friday night action under the lights. And so some of Peyton's hockey buddies, and I know Peyton's going down.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
A lot of the young kids are going down.
Of course they would.
'cause
I
they
would.
got the weekend off of volleyball.
Yep.
So
Yeah,
should be
Dawn
good.
couldn't find a tournament. Kind of sucks.
Yeah, well, that's how she goes sometimes. So sometimes, you know what? Maybe it's
Not a bad thing.
gonna be a
Boys will rest up. I
yeah.
know they had some injuries to one player, and
Yeah.
so
yeah. So, but I kind of looking forward to going to check that out.
yeah,
tomorrow
that's
night,
pretty
so.
cool. I've only been to one high school football game. Was when Megan was in high
Yeah,
school, and we went
Megan
and
played
watched
football,
the rugby.
rugby.
But there was a game right after, so we stayed for it. So
Okay.
she played the afternoon. Megan played on Team Alberta.
So what
for
do you
rugby.
got going on this weekend?
What's that? Not a lot.
Not a
This
lot.
weekend's kind of nice.
Rider game tomorrow night. in
Yeah, I'll
Ottawa.
probably
That'll
watch
be
the
another
Rider
good
game for
yeah.
sure. Probably break my TV.
Yeah.
This weekend, more or less, I got some book work, and this is kind of the last weekend before shit gets kind of crazy. Next weekend, Parker's in a volleyball tournament, and then
Where does he play volleyball?
Here,
Here.
yeah.
Oh, damn. I might have to check that out, but we're in Swift Current
Yeah,
too,
it's not
so-
worth checking out. He's not even supposed to be playing. So don't forget he's
man.
grade 4. And
Yeah,
he's not
but you know
supposed to
what?
start till-
Those are the moments that you will remember for telling you.
I don't want to forget this one.
No,
Pretty
you know what?
brutal.
You're gonna kind of be teary-eyed because it's
That's not who I am. Megan, maybe, but not me.
man. You'll look back at it. I remember
I will laugh.
I started Peyton and his group
Yeah.
in grade 5.
Grade 5. Parker's grade 4.
Yeah,
So they let him play just cause, but
but those are the moments you look back at and wow, that's awesome.
yeah.
I'd start it all over again if I could.
Oh God, I don't wanna force it any faster, but I just wore out already.
But I am looking forward to like grandbabies and
Yes.
taking them, and I'm excited about
My
that
dad's
too.
digging where he's at now.
Yeah,
It's the
oh,
best.
that.
You know, nothing all weekend. I gotta take them to practice. I gotta worry about buying their shit and getting
Yeah.
them all the clothes
Yeah.
and the shoes.
Hamburgers and
He just shows up, buys a candy bag, watches the game, and then fucks off.
you know who really loves his grandkids and loves their sports? Murray Stanky, friend of mine.
Yeah,
Him and Cindy,
travel all over.
they follow their grandbabies and they are so into their sports. But that is totally awesome. That's the way it should be as
That's
a
right.
grandparent.
What else do you have to do?
They got a little more time. I think you appreciate when you're a grandparent, you appreciate the moments possibly a little bit more. And
It's easier. You're not really by that time. You're not under like a financial strain, like worrying about every
Yeah.
time you're in an arena and you're broke.
yeah,
And it's just the most expensive season of your life.
and you really don't care if they score 1 goal, 10 goals, or
It's-
any goals because you're buying a hamburger for them after the game,
Right.
regardless.
It doesn't matter.
Good old
Candy bag,
Canadian
burger,
beef.
rink burger.
Rink burger,
Rink,
Canadian beef, not something that was made in a petri dish, not something
Oh.
of plant variety, actual real beef, which we
Beef.
all love.
We love beef.
We love
beef. It's my
nothing better
favorite.
than a hamburger.
Had it tonight for dinner.
Like
It was
nothing better than
delicious.
a hamburger.
There
Do you like
isn't.
hamburger?
Oh God, a cheeseburger is one of my favorites.
You know what? I think like so it's tough out there. Groceries are expensive. Even ground hamburgers are
It
expensive
is.
enough.
It is now.
But
Everything is.
I love ground hamburger.
No, ground beef is something that we probably. I mean, we according to health statistics, we probably eat it way too much. Like they say, you should eat more.
What do
chicken,
they
more
know?
fish. They know
We need
nothing.
more.
We need more. I could eat beef 7.
You know what?
But I probably eat it 5.
I will tell you this. Ground hamburger, they say, isn't that very good for you. Well, maybe not, but do you think the shit in the cans with all the
No.
preservatives are good for you, or everything that's sprayed with a chemical or
I
preservatives?
think
Or
they say these things so that we move towards those things because that's where their funds are in.
Yes.
That's where they're
that's
invested,
who's paying them.
right? And plus, don't forget all these governments and all these bodies, their doctors and pharmaceuticals are in their pocket, and they don't like, for example, mental health.
Yeah.
Before we close the show, we talk about everything else. Let's get into it. This is my theory on it. They don't want
Boobies
us-
are good for mental health.
They are very good, and that's a better prescription than what a doctor will give you. A doctor is going to give you medicine.
Hey, you know
They
what?
try to heal everything by medicine.
If you
You don't need medicine.
No.
There is biological things that your body needs. If you go see an actual guy, Dana White, the guy who owns the UFC, literally he did it for his body. He was deteriorating. He wasn't sure what was going on. Went to every doctor. Every doctor prescribed him different drugs. This only happened like 4 years ago. It's a crazy
Yeah.
story. It's just coming out now. And he went and saw a guy that does like human biology. And he said, you come, let's do blood work, let's do all the tests, and then I'll tell you what your body needs. His body needed more sleep. His body needed better breathing. You have to work on your breathing. So he said, you literally like for 40 seconds, the second you wake up for 40 seconds, do deep breaths and do it twice.
Yeah.
Little things like that. Man, all of a sudden this guy is in shape. He's feeling great. He doesn't have heartburn, no more headaches. All this shit just fades away. Not one pill was involved in this.
I'd be a
Like,
great doctor because people could come to me and they'd tell me their stress and problems and I'd write out a little subscription. And when they got the subscription, and
ground beef.
no, they'd go look and it'd be make a trip to Hooters.
Boobers.
Make a trip to Hooters. They have great hamburgers, ground beef,
Yeah, they do have ground beef.
and boobies. Like
It's true. It can
You-
help a lot of things, but not everything.
mental health.
Don't
would
take
not-
this one to the bank, guys.
Oh,
but
that's a perfect cure.
um,
There'd be no more. That would. Hey,
hey man, I like boobies like the rest
Do
of
you-
it. Sometimes I need more. I need
you-
like some sleep.
do you-
Like
you know
I
what?
get tired.
people want peace in the world or whatever. Well, if there were boobies and beef, there'd be peace in the world.
That's true.
If everyone had boobies and
everyone had a T-bone steak, a cheeseburger, and a set of boobs, everyone would be pretty
Oh.
happy.
beef, well, yeah, couldn't get better.
I don't know what's
And
better.
a little rain. Let's go.
Yeah, a
some
little
too.
rain. Yeah, well, the cows need it,
Yeah.
so we can get them burgers.
Well, exactly. Yeah, and some rain. Yeah,
And rain would be
just for a little stress.
a little. Yeah,
But
we could use some rain.
For those of you just tuning in, next week we got Blair Baylog. I'll say it again. He went to Vauxhall Baseball Academy, so he's going to be on telling us about his story. And he also works for Stamp Seeds at Enchant, certified seed grower. So going to discuss some fall crops and all kinds of stuff. They're in irrigation. I kind of want to get their opinion on where that stands, because I know the irrigation is kind of running on the lower end of water volumes heading into next year. So
Yeah.
kind of discuss that with him. And if you have any questions or want us to ask him a question or anything, feel free to text me,
Text
Josh, and we'll.
Or if you want to be on the NFL roundtable,
You
we are going to
betcha.
have it. We'll
Yes.
advertise it, but you get a hold of me or get a hold of Tyson, and we'll book. We'll try and get a bunch of guys on one
Let's see,
show, and we will
when,
just.
We should do it. When's American Thanksgiving?
November.
Is it?
Ours
We'll do
is-
it before then. That's too long.
Ours
away.
is like 2 weeks before
We'll,
theirs.
we'll try and get it done in October.
Okay.
Yeah, and then we also gonna have like a we got Natasha coming on the 10th, October 10th, I know. So that's yeah, Stanishevsky. So she's gonna be on talking about the stamps, the shames, and get her real opinion on the Oilers.
Beautiful shade.
We'll get her real opinion on the Oilers. And hey, she's been all over. I see she was in Portugal, and
yeah,
yeah, we'll talk a little golf with her as well, because she's been golfing it up
Oh,
this summer. and
avid golf.
I seen she was in Toronto. She's actually had a great summer, it looks
Oh
like.
yeah, busy as hell.
She's like the
all over
song,
map.
I've been everywhere, man.
I wish I was
Actually,
everywhere.
when she comes on, we'll play that song.
Sure, that could be the opener.
Opener. I've been everywhere, man.
Yes.
Because she kind of has. Yeah, which
Yeah.
is great. Wow, good for her. So
Yeah.
excited to have her on. Blair Baylog next week, and lots of great guests ahead.
And the damn Niners won again.
The Niners won again.
3-0.
3-0. Hopefully we celebrate a Riders win tomorrow night.
That would be good. Go Riders.
I'm nervous.
I am too. It's a must win.
Ottawa's
and
been
we've been on
close.
it. We've been on a skid, and they've been playing a little
Yeah.
better. So
Yeah. And for those of you Oiler fans out there, if you haven't checked it out yet,
there's none.
Oilers Nation is on every day at noon. check out Tyler and the boys, Tyler and the gang there. They got a great show for 45 minutes. Don't just talk Oilers, but talk everything hockey. I try to tune into them every day, and it's a great podcast. Check it out. Something a little different. Hockey's around the corner, and I am excited.
Overly.
The Stanley Cup is coming north, baby.
God.
I can feel it.
He's got it. It's either that or a heart attack. We'll find out.
Oh, and
Stay
they
tuned for the next show.
WHL starting this week.
Yeah, that's exciting.
That is exciting.
Go
Couple
Tigers,
local
go
teams,
Broncos.
yes, couple local teams looking pretty
And I think
good,
they're both going to be good.
I do too. That'll be exciting.
It's going to be good.
Anyway,
real good.
You betcha. Well, have yourself a great weekend. I know we chit chat all the time, and
It's going to be a good
this is kind of my weekend off too, because we got no
No
volleyball,
volleyball.
so I'm getting a few other things done, and
That's what we're doing. We're winterizing shit. That's
might do a
basically-
little rounding up with the horses and stuff like that, and
I mean, that's basically us. I tore out the jungle gym in the back and the trampoline. We took
Yeah.
all the anchors out and we moved them onto the lawn, and we kind of whippersnipped and sprayed all that tonight. And then because we're gonna sell it all, because next year we're hoping to start the build
yeah.
of the shop. So I gotta have all that cleared out. So
A
that's
little
kind of the
update. How's
start.
the haul coming?
Good. We are, it should be done in the next, I would say, 4 weeks. We're very close to being close to budget, I guess. We're probably $65,000
miracle workers then.
short, something like that. We had a big donation come in last week for about $15,000
Okay,
is what I
nice.
heard. Yeah.
Nice.
So we're getting there. We can use all the donations that we can get right now. We're doing a ton of fundraisers, but
Yeah.
it's tough. It's only so much money in a small community.
And
When there's a
and-
drought going on and there's no
drought
more oil field,
and
wells are
inflation
being
and
ripped out.
yeah,
It's tough. It's
it's
a tough
bad
time to
timing.
build.
It really is.
We started 5 years ago, but 5 years ago we couldn't afford it. So it's like,
Yeah.
if you don't start it, you don't get it. So we got no choice. It's
That's what I tell my wife all the time. If we don't start it, we don't get it.
that's how it works, man. Sadly.
And I'm talking about the Traeger.
Oh yeah, of course. I understood he was talking about the Traeger.
Yeah,
But I
that's
mean,
good.
if we wait another 5 years, it's another $400,000.
Yeah.
That's how it's going. It was $300,000 cheaper 4 years ago.
Yeah.
So we didn't have the money
Crazy,
then.
crazy.
So we had no choice. It's like, okay, we either go or we don't. We don't have a hall right now. And nobody's going to move to our town. If you don't have a hall, you don't have things. It's the only way to entice a person to come here.
Yeah.
So we got her done. It'll be done in a few weeks. We might owe a little extra money, but we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
We're a good community full of fundraising. So we'll get her
It
done.
will be good, and lots of foul suppers coming.
Yep.
And
All that shit. Yeah.
crazy.
I
but-
got another barbecue, I think, coming up. I'm gonna probably
Oh,
do
yeah.
the grand opening.
Yeah.
I think I've been in
Oh, that'll
talks
be
with
exciting.
maybe Carrie Buchanan approached me maybe about sponsoring.
Yeah.
So maybe helping pay for the food
Yeah.
and whatnot. And that way all the proceeds go.
Yeah.
So we, if we have the first open night, everyone's gonna want to come see it. Well, while you're there, grab a brisket or a pulled pork
Huge Blue
sandwich.
Jay fan. Kerry
$10.
Buchanan.
Is he?
Yes.
What an idiot.
Good guy. Good
Go to
guy,
the Orioles.
good guy.
Big team.
Yeah. He's a really good
He's a
guy
good
and
kid.
got a good business. going,
Good
too.
family, good
Good
people. Love the
family, You
Buchanans.
betcha. Yeah. Yeah. And Kelly, I'd love to have him on, talk a little
Oh shit, Kelly be fun.
football. He said over my dead body when I asked him, but
Oh, we should get him to talk football, and I'd love to talk to him about his Christmas lights. You guys, honestly,
Yes.
it's a sight to be seen. I'd love
You
to
know
talk
what?
about all.
maybe
the
we could
in-depth-
take the podcast to the lights to Kelly.
That would be good. We'll go right on his deck, the
Yes.
front deck. I'm sure he's got a heater we could sit
Yeah.
under. Be great.
Yeah.
Then people
Well, I
can see
like
what I'm
what
talking
we-
about.
Like those wood pellet heaters that I've seen now. Oh,
Oh, they're awesome.
those look cool. Really cool. I would like one for the deck.
They are awesome.
You've been around one?
Yeah, down in the States. That's what all the guys use the barbecue
Really?
because they cook on
And
pellets.
it's like Traeger pellets work.
Totally. Traeger makes one, just not that Traeger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, it's cool, man. They're really cool. Yeah. You can get them in Calgary at Barbecues Galore.
Okay.
They've got a couple brands there.
A
don't
lot of
know what
heat, I
kinds
wonder?
there. I was always under tent, one at each corner, and it was nice and warm in there. But I don't know if it's as much as a propane or not. I got a
Yeah.
propane one in the back for when the shop's built. But the guys just like the idea of having the heat with them, not having propane.
Yeah.
All these
Well, it's a
barbecue
much
guys.
nicer smell too.
It is, but it's not really that. I guess for them, they're not cooking on it. They could probably buy the big wood stove
Yeah,
pellets.
yeah.
So they're probably cheaper. I'm like, You know, if you're using Traeger pellets, that's gonna be an expensive bitch, but I think like pellets, stove pellets are like 40 pounds for $6.
Okay, yeah, well, that's
So
cheap.
that's cheap.
Yeah.
They're called Wick or something
Yeah,
like
'cause
that.
filling a propane tank ain't very cheap.
Not anymore. It was a Costco before, but
Yeah.
it cost me $30 to fill my damn tank now.
Oh, I believe it.
What a ripoff.
Yeah.
Nothing in there.
No.
Not even
No, they
liquid
just
in there.
weigh it and-
Exactly. Like, here, just take this.
$40, please.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I don't even know what the
Thanks,
propane
Trudeau,
is
later.
anymore.
I'll
Brutal,
send
but-
Trudeau my
Yeah.
bills.
Yeah, so got a lot of cool things ahead. I'm looking forward to it. And great time of year. Hockey starts, baseball's going, CFL's going, NBA starts. Every sport, every major sport is going, and something we didn't touch about, and I do.
It's true.
The Women's Hockey League had their first draft this week
It
for their
did.
league, so
Yeah.
that's kind of cool. Not sure. I mean, there's some Canadian teams. Kind of curious to see how that league looks once it gets going. Is there going to be televised games and how that's
Yeah.
going to work? But
I don't know. I hope it's not as bad as the WNBA.
yeah, that's not my thing. Basketball is not a real thing. When the Raptors were in their
It's the
run,
only
of
time we
course I
watched.
watched.
It's just that like basketball is like
Yeah.
got a huge following, and then women's basketball came out, but still nobody went because they would rather watch men play.
Yeah.
So I hope
Well,
for the
it's a-
women's sake, it's not the
And
same.
it's
But
a tough thing because junior hockey is a big draw.
a huge draw, and it's good hockey.
And I'll be honest, my favorite hockey of the year is the World Juniors.
yeah,
Like that is great.
like Christmas, New Year's,
yeah.
that whole stretch is amazing.
Team Canada, like that is
It's probably my favorite.
my
like, 2
whole
weeks of
family.
hockey.
My
Yeah.
whole family just gets into it. We
We watch all
like
the games
Boxing
too.
Day. Yeah, we do too, unless it's in the middle of the night.
Yes,
then
yeah,
I'm
of course, because that happens. Yeah,
But that is some great hockey. Like
It
there is no better hockey than World.
a lot of
Junior
those guys
hockey.
are playing for everything at that moment because that's their only time
That's
to
their-
showcase
Yeah,
their
that's
skills.
highlight.
Yeah,
Probably the pinnacle of a lot of their
a lot of
careers.
95% of them. That's the pinnacle.
Yeah,
The 5% that make it get to go on.
yeah, yeah.
But so they're playing.
But they
KR.
still talk about their World
they
Junior
do, all the
days
guys.
representing.
It's
the
no
country.
different than the NFL guys. All they talk about is their days in university ball.
college.
It's
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah, it
They
is.
live for that
Yeah.
moment.
Hey, talking about university ball and stuff, when we were in Saskatoon, the Huskies game was going. That was a cool atmosphere. I got to
Yeah.
feel it. And,
They lost that
They
game,
did
correct?
lose to U
Another
of A.
great team. They were
Yeah.
undefeated as well.
Yes,
Yes.
but just the college atmosphere around the stadium. I didn't go in the stadium because I was watching the Riders. I was watching the Huskies out the window, and great fireworks they put off at the end of the game. And
That's
every time
cool.
the Huskies score, if you haven't checked out a U of S Huskies game, check it out.
Check it out.
Yeah,
I would have.
great stadium. I like the U of S period. Like, what a nice facility.
Beautiful. It's beautiful.
Beautiful.
It's too bad the city gets so damn cold and there's nothing to. God, Saskatoon.
Yeah.
Them and Edmonton. Rick, man, it's just their winters are the worst experiences ever.
I
They're-
actually am gonna be going to Edmonton to a couple
middle
Oiler
of
games.
nowhere.
Couple Oiler games.
Well, you should go. You should go. But
I love my Oilers.
what a horrible city to go to. I got so many friends there, and I'm like, man, your winters, like, you're near nothing. You're just up there alone. It's colder, it's darker. It's just it's not a pretty like
I-
Calgary, shitty hockey. I get it, but a
City.
much prettier city.
City of Champions. buddy.
I mean, that's what they claim, although nothing's won in a long time
Yeah,
from
but
football to
look
hockey.
out! Look out!
Hey, man, I good luck.
That looked foul
but-
to me. Not.
I'm telling you, just the cities are ugly. No, it stayed in. It
Oh,
stayed
brutal.
in.
Jays lose tonight.
Orioles lost tonight too.
But anyways, that's a wrap for tonight. Not sure on the night next week. We'll stay tuned, watch Instagram. We'll post it on Facebook. Great guest. It's been a while since we've had a guest,
It
so
has
that's
been a
kind of
while.
cool. And yeah, should be entertaining. If you have any questions, like I said, shoot us a text. We'll be sure to ask.
You
Blair,
just said
so.
a booby tassels, reach out to Tyson. I don't have the patent on those. He made those. So
I think you just
those are-
bounced. Like
oh my God. We're gonna have to end the show. It's supposed to be kid friendly.
we could probably have a little competition. Like after the
We
field
are
goals,
not.
we could have a tassel.
No.
You know
no,
what's
I
really
will
talented?
Kick a ball.
I
That's
tell
it.
you what, if you can have a booby tassel competition where the tassels go the opposite
Spinning,
direction,
that's a talent.
that is a
I
talent.
seen that in Vegas on Fremont Street
Actually,
one
you know,
time.
The first booby tassel competition I ever seen. I never even seen any tassels. I'll be honest.
That's where we end the show, folks. Thank you for tuning in.
It's been a blast.
It has.
Where would you rather be in the fan's perspective?
Cheers, guys.
Right on.
Bye. You idiot. All right, let's turn this one off.
Oh,
You. Yeah.
sometimes you got to bring a little craziness to the show.
Oh yeah, there was